Oh, yeah, baby.
Let's go, Oilers. What is going on, folks? Welcome to Game 5 of the Western Conference Final in Dallas. Looking for an absolute Stanley Cup final for the ages if the Oilers can get it done. But all you Stars fans tuning in, don't worry. I have not counted you guys out yet. You are a great team that is at home and minus 130 favorite. So, everyone joining us, thank you so much. We got Biz, we got Murr, we got Army, we got Yance, and we got Pink Whitney. The Pink Whitney power plays, guys. Get on the booze, get on the Pink Whitney for the PPs, and we got KRAKEN. So shout out KRAKEN, shout out Pink Whitney. Guys, go to kraken.com/chick. Let's see what crypto can be for you. Talk to me, somebody. Biz, what are you wearing?
Buddy, I got my fucking ski goggles on, baby.
Why?
You hear me?
Yeah. Why?
I thought you were doing the PK Subban on ESPN thing where he's got the gogs on.
Oh, yeah.
Reality. I thought he was watching Bonnie Blue videos.
I am. I was about to tug one off. We're live?
Hey,
What are those?
That might get a lot of views, actually.
Yeah.
Just
My
cranking
little...
it.
Hey, I'd finally be done rolling my Forsey back by the end of the first.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
what I'm
All
thinking
right.
about this
Why
man-
is he wearing these with?
Because he's a goon. He's
No.
a clown. Put the clown nose on him. He's going. He wants to bring back the core four, for Christ's sake. So,
Into the future, figuring out how we're going to figure out the leap nonsense and balance the salary cap. So these are goggles that are going to help me get there. So I'm going to do that while we're on the stream and kill some time since we're all about the hockey right now.
my biggest thing, and Murr, as our resident Swede, Matthias Ekholm's back. He's back for the Oilers. So just an ultimate kick in the dick for Oilers fans, players, everyone involved with the team that Zach Hyman's out. I mean, credit where credit's due. Marshman, he ran right through his arm. He ran right through his wrist, and I think he probably just broke his wrist in half.
Kind of like Kirby Doc, like
Yeah.
in World
Yes, that-
Juniors.
and
Exactly.
Cruz Armstrong. Same thing happened. to
Oh,
Cruz
that's how
Armstrong.
Cruz did it?
He collided
Yeah.
with the guy, but similar, like they turned into each other,
And
and his
Merles.
arm was the same, and snap a doodle.
Oh,
Yeah, just it'll jam
Merles
you.
did
just
it
jams.
first.
See you later.
Oh,
Merles did
cute.
it first.
Right here.
cue
Yeah,
the milk
It was
ad.
1985.
Cue the
What?
milk ad, Wit.
I know kids
What?
don't drink enough milk anymore,
I say-
Biz.
Yeah.
Cue the
Hey, my
milk ad.
Cal's the only one drinking milk out of our three kids. So I'm like, Ryder, you got to drink. I had gallons of milk a week. I would crush milk. My brother
did I.
Colin drank milk with pizza. That was one of the most fucked up things
Whoa,
I've
that's
seen.
a weird
That
one.
was,
Divorce
but
my
he's got
brother.
strong bones. He's
He
got the
must have
biggest
been
legs.
adopted.
He's got the biggest legs of the Whitneys. But Matthias Ekholm back. And I think with losing Hyman, as brutal as it is, to add in your leader on D, to add in an enormous force in the locker room and on the ice, at least we have that going for us.
Yeah.
And you know what? I want to shout out Stetcher.
Oh
Great
my
job.
God. Yeah.
Great
He's
fucking job.
unbelievable.
And
Is
it
he
sucks,
coming
you know-
out? They're not doing 11-7.
I'm not, even if they're doing 11-7, because I'm not exactly sure. I've been running around.
No, they put Skinner in. They put Skinner in.
I don't
So they
mind that
put-
move
so they-
either. I think
About
you're
Neither
going
do
to
I.
need him.
Well, the poor guy had one playoff game after 15 years in the league. So, give him another one. He got another one. And now we have the one issue. Stetcher, calm down Darnell. You never want to go full Darnell. Darnell's been phenomenal. And he played with Stetcher throughout the year. He was great with him. And then Stetcher got hurt before the playoffs, kind of lost his job, came back in great. He's out. Now Kulak's with Darnell. Kulak's on the right side. So to get Ekholm back, enormous. I do feel bad for Stetcher, though, but
He
I'm
handled it well, though. I mean, his comments to in the press circle, he's like, "Fuck." He's like, he's the better player. That's how this works. When the better player comes back, you get taken out of the lineup. So, talk about an absolute veteran on the mic, making
talk
sure
about
not
a
to,
honey
yeah,
badger.
that's big time.
What
not
a
to
honey
kill any
badger, though.
morale that Connor Brown has brought this team coming out of that
Hey,
bunker.
imagine before
And,
game 5, he's like, "Yeah, I should be in." Ekholm's fucking. What has he done lately?
I know. You seen me playing out there with Darnell, just taking care of his
Buddy, he's
business, and
played
I'm
so
coming on the
good.
line.
Like,
Stetcher's
I
a
was
little
like, oh my God,
animal.
I can't believe Stetcher's in the lineup. Like, what's going
know.
on here? and he's kind of been around like a journeyman a bit, but like he's been a little like honey badger just working out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
he gets in the mix, dude. And he's
Yeah.
tiny,
Give him a
but
ton
he
of credit.
flies.
He buzzes.
He's
and
actually a
not
guy-
afraid.
He's a guy that when we all came into the league, there was not a chance he was going to be in the
No.
NHL. Not a chance. So I'm
Unless you're
happy
Brian
for a guy like
Rafalski,
that.
You weren't making it.
Yeah, exactly. And Brian
Yeah.
Rafalski, I don't think he was overly physical. He was just so smart. The Brian Rafalski, for me, I mean, I'd watched the Devils, how good he was. In the Olympics in 2010, I don't know if I've ever seen a better defenseman. This guy, I was like, holy fuck, he's this good. But I digress. Dallas side, guys. Anyone want to take this? What do they have to do? Like, what can slow the Oilers down?
Jamie Benn has to baseball swing his stick at Corey Perry's head. That's what has to happen. First period at home. Get the crowd
getting
into it.
flipped. That's
Or
getting flipped.
McDavid. Like, how about that? But
Davo's smiling.
they've got some guys that need to pop here, right? Like they've got depth guys that need to pop. Wyatt Johnston, I think, it's been known that about his series, boys. Like
His
he's a guy
playoff.
that
His series, his playoffs.
yeah, he's minus 17. It's like a world record.
77.
Yeah, it's
Worst plus
unbelievable.
minus in the history of the Stanley Cup playoffs, I read.
But
Kinda
he's,
Their
crazy.
only chance is Rantanen does what he did against the Avs in that third period. Just go nuclear. Otherwise, they're done.
Did you see the tweet that I sent you guys? I think it was yesterday, if not the day before. By the way, our group chat is just a fucking great time.
I feel
boys.
like it's
a lot
everyone
of
baiting.
funny-
I feel like a lot of
Good luck.
baiting, like baiting.
Oh, yeah, you guys baiting me. It's
Yeah,
it's
we're
all
like,
you guys
oh,
baiting me. It's like all you guys just torturing me on there, but I gotta find what I sent over.
It's unreal.
It was about Rantanen's playoff as a whole, and I'm searching back here. Sorry about this. Rantanen.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah, this is crazy.
Rantanen between game 5 in the first round against
Yeah.
Colorado and game 3 against Winnipeg in the second round. So that would be 6
like
games.
19 points or something.
9 goals, 8 assists, 17 points in 6 games. The rest of the playoffs, no goals, 4 assists in 11 games. So
Yeah.
What a
the guy
loser.
wrote, this was Mike
Send him
Bartner.
back.
Generational 6-game stretch, but 2
Send him back to
inconsistent.
Carolina. What
So
a
Merles
loser.
is right here. Merles is right here. He's got
Guys, we have a little breaking news here as we start the stream.
No
From Elliot Friedman, hearing Lane Lambert will be the next head coach of the Seattle Kraken.
So that for me, I'm gonna be dead honest. I don't give a shit. I mean,
Yeah.
the Seattle Kraken are the
Great
most.
guy.
Like, I don't care. Happy for him, but like I'm like, oh, like
Great.
it's awesome.
Can we
I'm
go
surprised
back in
Elliot
time and
broke
have
it and not
G
Pasha.
come back on and do
Pasha
that?
Friedman.
Yeah.
Hey, I will have some breaking news as well to announce. If Big Cat and Blutman show up in the third period, I'm off the stream. I'm telling all of you, I will stand up and I will go down to my normal seat and I'm done. Bring them in the first, bring them in the second. They come on in the third, I'm done. G,
Wow.
just telling you.
I understand completely, but we're speaking of guests, so I think it's time now to bring on our first guest, the pride and joy of Scituate, Massachusetts, world's champion, Connor Garland.
Oh,
Oh,
there we
wow.
go.
Let's
Okay.
go.
How we
You
doing?
didn't even know. Wore the jersey anyway.
Hey, congratulations, bud. Unbelievable. We talked to Ryan Wasowski. What a special couple weeks over there, huh?
Yeah. It's obviously makes it a lot easier when you win. It's a grind of a tournament. But we had a great group. We had a lot of fun. It was a little city in Herning, Denmark, but we made the most of it, and just a really special ending.
Were you guys
He
just
said-
getting pickled every day, kind of like everybody else does at World Championship?
No, we found a par 3 course next to the hotel, so we played that
Wow.
every day, and then we just played poker and cards, and we gambled a lot.
A little bit.
Biz, that's why we finally won one. Our first one since 1931 is
Healthy
the guy who finally
habits.
stopped boozing.
Healthy
Yeah, they
habits.
started gambling.
Yeah.
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 Garley, hell of a tournament for you too. What'd you have? 5 and 5, I think I just saw. Like, what do you have? 10 points?
Tage Thompson's
10 and
the
10?
new Evander Kane. He lost fucking 60 million on the par 3 course.
He did lose. His team was struggling the whole tournament.
He was getting dummied.
Yeah, they struggled. No one knew. I put myself with Kells, and he's like a +3. So we
Yeah.
Kells is
Smart,
filthy.
man.
And
we
I
just-
heard you're pretty good. I heard you're solid. You're a little golf nut as well, right?
I'm a nut, but I'm not good. I just grind around the course. But
Of course.
Doesn't Kells have a hole in his backyard here?
yes, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful.
That's
spot.
that's swaggy.
Where do you
Yes.
play back home, Garls?
Marshfield and Situate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, let's shout out Will Smith, your teammate from the Worlds, who, I mean, like we've mentioned, some people are touched by God. He looks the way he does, top pick, awesome player, everything for this guy. He got a hole-in-one yesterday. He got a friggin' hole-in-one yesterday at Saconaset Golf Club, 4th hole. I mean, this fucking kid, what the hell? And then Jamie Drysdale had one today at the
saw
RBC
that.
Canadian Open, Pro-Am or something.
Wow.
So,
And Lane Lambert's going to Seattle.
No shit.
Yep.
No shit.
all right, we're off. We're up. Girls,
Is it hard to watch, Garls?
Yeah,
Not being in it?
It is. Yeah. It's I'd say it's easier this year. Losing in 7 last year was tough watching them, but no, it's always tough. It's it's the coolest thing to watch somebody hoist the cup as a kid, and now it's the worst thing.
That's crazy. That Vancouver, I believe you guys were the only team to hold McDavid to 3 scoreless games of that 7-game series. You guys pushed the limits, man. You guys had a hell of a run last year.
Yeah, our decor was hard to play against. We had like Kohler, Zadorov, Susie, Mizey. Like it was a nightmare in practice, and they're so long and mean. So they give you no space.
Are you now? You're just a rink rat. Like, are you going to be on the ice in like a week? Like, are you going to take a couple weeks off after the Worlds, or will you be right back on the grind?
I actually had a friend text me 10 at Thayer tonight, and the first time I had to say no. There's no chance I'll be on the ice for the next 2 weeks. I gotta chill out. It was a lot, so worth it. But yeah, this will probably be the longest I've been off the ice. Will be 2 weeks.
Like that's a long tournament, hey Garley? Like when you're over there,
Oh.
that's a kind of a grind through like a lot of days in between.
Yeah, the last bit, it's like a back-to-back and then a day off, and then you're in the quarters. If you win that, it's a day off. You're in the semis, and it's a back-to-back in the finals. And it's the last like 8 days go by fast, but it's long.
Like the pool.
We got our
Pink
first Pink Whitney power play, boys.
Yep. Here we go.
Oh, you guys are a little bit ahead.
Am I a little bit ahead of you guys?
Oh
I
no,
just
this
saw
is where it's
one
going to go
woman behind
down.
the bench. in
Merles,
Dallas.
were you able to get that power play point for Boosh, our golden goose last
Yeah,
year?
that's in. The parlay is in. It ended up being plus
Gars,
1,800.
When you were growing up in the Boston area, when you would do the summer skates, like would you like go watch Yans and Witt and hope to like join the pro skate? Like who were the guys that were kind of ahead of you that you were looking up to and skating with in the summer?
Yeah, well, Keith came out a couple times when I was younger. And I mean, that was for me and my friends, that was the coolest thing ever. And he would sit on the bench and let guys ask him as many questions as possible. So it was always awesome. I know Keith and Witt are friends with my good friend, Mikey Ryan. So I would skate with him a lot. And him and his brother were probably the 2 guys that, if I ever got invited to their skate, it was always a pleasure. And, I would take advantage of it anytime I could.
Gars, also, I believe your age group in Massachusetts was pretty special, right? Like you and Eichels, who else? Hannafin, summer teams probably loaded, right?
Yeah, Donato.
Yep.
We had Aaron Azarian was probably the best player. He played in the American League. Yeah, we had a lot of guys. A lot of guys still play in the A, just not many people know about them. We were a really good group. Anytime
no.
Get in. Oh, let's go. The Worm, 40 years old.
Wow,
Nothing
you guys
will
are
stop this
fucking
guy.
way ahead of
Yeah,
us.
well, take the goggles off, bitch, because Perry just banged home the first on the Pink Whitney power play. McDavid with another assist. He does his thing.
Oh, my God.
Garland, how about
Hey,
Corey
that's a shot,
Perry?
Mer.
Dude?
They're
They're going to
40 years
shot.
old.
That's one. That's one.
These guys are crazy. It's automatic. I don't know how they do
Oh
it.
my God. How does he get that open in front of the fucking net?
I'll tell you how. Connor went video game mode, entering the zone, and then
but Lindell chased. Lindell chased,
but
but Connor went
PG.
behind the net.
They spread him completely.
Spread.
Spread him.
Dude, they gave Johnson a minus for that.
Oh, dream start for the Oilers. 1-0, 2.5 minutes into the game. Wow.
Hey, Garls, is there anything that's kind of surprised you at all in these playoffs? Like Florida being as good as they are? Like I know some people like had them losing to Tampa. Like,
Yeah,
Buddy,
I did.
I did too. I thought Tampa was on paper as deep as anybody, and I felt they were rested. You know, they hadn't really gone deep recently. So, but it's amazing. I was surprised Colorado. I thought we played Colorado towards the end of the year. I thought they were fantastic. So, but that's what
Carly, you would love that. You love that style, like Florida's game. You for an undersized guy, like you have a lot of spit in your game. You know, like I was thinking, like if you had a guy in there like that, like you'd be a guy that would thrive.
I feel like you did last year. You mentioned
Yeah.
that greasy decor. Like you guys had Dakota Joshua. Like you were a fucking pain in the ass to play
But
against.
you're a
last year.
gamer in there. I love it. That's what I love.
It's nice to have Zadorov on your roster. Obviously, he protects everybody. So, yeah, if you have a couple mutants or a couple guys like Florida, they stick together. It's really impressive. I thought that clip of Kachuk chasing Aho around is what makes him so valuable. They just play for each other. They look unbeatable, but when you have 97 and 29, it's hard to beat that as well.
When we ask about surprises in the playoff, I mean, you saw Edmonton last year, incredible run, but this season, did you maybe wonder if they could kind of get it going again in the playoffs? Pretty inconsistent year for them, and they've just done. I mean, after the first 2 games against LA, like it's shocking to see this in a way.
It is a little bit, but when you play against them, they're each on the ice for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They can score at any time. And I remember me and Quinn said one game, like, you almost rather be losing to them in the third, because if they're down, they're going to tie it up. They make too many plays. So it is crazy to watch. I remember we had the Millsy scored with like 36 seconds in game 5 to take 3-2. And I think they had like 3 grade A's in the last 36 for every one. I
remember that.
It's just, there's no time on the clock that isn't enough for them.
Dallas
And
came
they're
out with the
getting
fucking
secondary
Leafs.
scoring this year too.
Yeah, they got some of it in the playoffs. They had, I think a lot of those guys scored like big goals. Like obviously Connor and Leon carried them, but every time like they needed a goal, it seemed like it was like Janmark or Bouchard or Kane. Like somebody always found a way to bury one for them.
That clip of the moss pit they just showed is unreal, because come third period and after the game, Nugent Hopkins is squaring off with Kulak. I mean, that's what the moss pit's all about.
Oh yeah,
It's knuckle up.
It's like
time
bum
after the
fights.
second.
it's bum fights. They got sanctioned events at the fucking Moss Pit.
Kimbo slices there.
Yeah, exactly.
Goes McDavid.
Him and Barry are going at it. You guys remember getting the Barry text during COVID?
No.
Oh yeah.
I could tell you where
I gotta
every
ask
vein
you.
in
I
that
know you
cock
guys
is.
weren't hitting the booze in Denmark, but when the shifted to Stockholm and you won on that Sunday night, did you guys get to take in the Swedish nightlife on Sunday down there?
After the game?
Yeah, after the game, did you guys go out?
Yeah. I lost my voice, and I got out of the place at around 6 a.m. My phone was dead. I was like 30 minutes from the hotel. I couldn't talk. It was a good time though. It was worth it. And then my bus was at like 9 a.m. So it was a grind getting out of there, but we had a good time. It happens quick though. It's like you win at 9 o'clock or whatever, at 10 o'clock, you're out of the rink at midnight, and your guys are leaving at 5 a.m. So
Oh yeah. I got so buckled after one of the worlds, like trying to get onto the plane the next day, and like John Michael Lyles was there with Team USA. We're on the same flight. Like the next morning, right away, like right from the bar, pack your bags, go to the airport. Like it's
boys.
a battle. It's
God forbid you change your flight, boys.
Under 18, we were in Pieszczany, Slovakia, and one of the guys on our team got so buckled he was like pissing, shitting, and puking himself downtown, and the ambulance wouldn't even take him. They couldn't even get the cops to do it, so they had finally paid a guy cash, bring him back to the hotel. Dion Phaneuf had to hose him down in the shower for like 20 minutes. They had to carry him on the bus the next morning at 5:30. He fucking passes out right in like the GM spot. And then like halfway flying home, like he finally came to, and he didn't believe us what had happened. Like he had no clue that it happened. He's like, "Where are my Air Force Ones?" It's like we had to throw them away. You had shit and puke all over them.
My Air Force One.
They're done. They're done.
The cheapest.
Who sang
sneaker
that
on the
song,
planet.
Keith? Who sang
Nelly.
that song?
Nelly.
My Air Force One. Yeah, I like that one. You can
Oh,
Hey,
man.
who surprised you the most on that USA team? I remember going to those things or even like all-star games, and you're like, "Oh my god, this guy! I know he's great, but like seeing him up close in person is so
that's
much
the
different."
best.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I can tell you from my first year, I remember it was like Jason Robertson's first year, and I was really like that guy's going to be unbelievable. My second year, I thought Cutter Gauthier was phenomenal, and then this year, it's tough because like Andrew Peake's been in the league a long time, but I was shocked at how good he was just defensively, and he was so big for us. He was a shutdown guy for us, him and Brady Shea, and obviously I'd never seen Werenski up close, so that was pretty.
Oh yeah.
What
and I
about like
think
every day in
Paul's-
practice, Garley? Like just seeing how they do. Like to Keith's point, like when I first went, I was a rat too. So like I was like, oh shit, guys probably hate me. But getting to see like Marty St. Louis day to day, getting to see those guys like practice, like how addicted they are, and you like they're good, but you don't get to see that every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I noticed that with the power play, especially Keller and Z. I was the bumper on our unit, so just all the stuff we would go over at the end of practice and how they talked to each other and how they thought it. Kells is he was the best man at my wedding, so it's easy for him to be.
No shit.
Yeah, so it's easy for him to be hard on me, but he was demanding of where I needed to be as the bumper. But as the tournament went on, we had a lot of success because he sees the game at such a high level.
Yeah, he's a video junkie. Like he's always looking to get better. He's got a fucking like mental coach. Dar. He's got it all. He's all
He's
in.
got it all.
Don't you have the same mental coach?
I like we're friends. Like I don't like call a role. Like I don't think I could afford her in a sense of how much it would take to help out my brain, but that might take years and years.
She's like, hey, so after the year, Biz, you owe me 1.65 million, and the interest is
she's
is
like,
expensive.
be more in debt than Kaner.
Connor, while you were there talking about players, like what about players from other teams? I saw Germany signed one, or Tampa signed a guy from Germany, but was there any other players that you never heard of? Oh, we got another
there
one.
it is.
The janitor.
Like a guy like
The
Garley
janitor.
just mentioned that.
The janitor, guys. Not Blockstead.
Okay.
Blockstead. He's the second fastest player on the team behind McDavid, and it's not even that close. This guy.
Yeah, wow.
Shoveled that into the
my
net.
boys, how do you get in that alone on both goals? They're leafing. The Stars are leafing, boys.
Yeah, they are.
Never
Whoa.
go full leaf.
They're
Holy
going full leaf.
shit.
Janmark's kind of he's an ugly motherfucker, but can he skate? Holy
The
shit.
anthem just finished on my TV.
Yeah.
Oh,
Scranton's not happy, boys.
Who's he?
They gonna
pissed at?
pull Otter?
Boys,
No way.
hey, I don't know
He should've
who
stopped both those.
who's the D-men there gets sucked outside the dots.
I'm out. CC and who? I don't know.
They were the ones who got scored
was
on the
Lindell.
first goal.
It was Lindell
You know how they
again.
got the
It
first
was
goal
Orlov.
is they went weak side to back to weak side, and they were both fucking hook, line, and sinker, and the C's parted in the middle of the ice. Timeout from DeBoer.
Hey,
Yeah.
they need to get Bang Guy the fuck out of the barn.
Yeah.
They need to
Yeah,
get the
exactly.
Bang, like this fucking guy. What a curse.
Ever since he came back,
No,
Big
he got to
shit.
win game one. He got to win.
yeah, one, oh yeah,
I
1 and
don't know
4,
if he was
great
there.
record.
Was
Wow,
there?
Otter. See ya, Otter.
Oh, wow.
They yank him?
They pulled him. They yanked
AC
him.
to Smith,
No
your old
way.
teammate, the bud.
Wow.
He's a good goalie. He's a good player.
Wow.
No fucking way they just pulled
EC's good.
Ottinger.
Well, he could have had both those Biz. 5-hole and kind of right above the glove on the
I mean,
Perry
he
tip.
also- there was no
Wow,
one- there was
I
no
don't
one
know
near
if
the
this is the
guys.
play, boys. This is going to end 6-1.
Oh, that'd be then Big Cat and Blutman can come on in the third.
But Witt, like they didn't have anyone covering him in front of the net. Like, yes, he should have had those, but like,
No, I know.
It's a bang. bang.
I wouldn't have pulled him, but I see like being like, all right, I mean, how do they have 2 shots? The shots are never up for ESPN. They got to put those up all the time. I need to see the shots.
Yeah, because the gambling.
2-1.
They're
I think
scared of
it's
the
2-1.
gambling. They keep
What do you mean,
screwing 'em.
Mer?
What do you mean, ESPN?
Shot
They-
guy.
You could still gamble on it though, right?
Yeah,
But
but
they
they
hide 'em.
everybody bets overs, so they're not giving the credit of the shots because everyone takes overs. Nobody bets under, so they started scamming, taking away the shots.
Yeah, I know that.
Me
You
too.
put
Look
on
at the
that.
goalie percentages. Did I not tell it on Chicklets where there's an NHL goalie that hired somebody to count his shots for the season? And
Yeah,
they
it
missed
says
on
it.
average 4 a year or
Yeah,
4 a
it
game.
costs them.
4
bullshit.
a game. That's
Trying to look out for the
fucking
players
crazy.
with.
I
Yep,
used to have
I hear
a
it.
couple of biddies count my shifts in the crowd in Phoenix, but tickets were only $5 for them.
That's a commitment to drive all the way to Glendale to watch.
I know.
I had a
I
hard
paid
Well,
for
they
their
didn't have to
I
do
paid for their
too much
first
counting.
drink though. I got them a couple drink tickets,
Drink ticket.
and they had the hot dog deal there, hot
Yeah,
dog and
remember-
pop deal.
They used to have $1 beer, $1 night, and wit. You know my aunt Karen. She's just
Oh my
typical Boston
God.
chick. She'd be like, Kiki.
Oh, Jeff Skinner.
Skinner.
Boys,
Spinner!
boys,
my
Good
God.
goalie,
Boys.
good goalie change, guys. Good
This
goalie
is-
change.
I mean, what are you
Brutal.
going to do? The guys,
What a
they're
brutal,
stick
brutal
handling
move.
in front of their net. What a joke.
That
This
is
guy was all alone. There was
Jesus.
2 guys all alone here. I think
Dude,
Henrique
they
could have
couldn't
scored
even
as well.
stick a fork in
What
it.
are we doing,
boys,
guys?
boys. I honestly think that DeBoer might be done after this.
Wow,
Another
that went
one?
right through to Smith, man. It
You
goes
can't
straight-
put-
Of
you can't
7
pull Ottinger
conference
there.
finals, fired 3 times.
No, the
Now what do
boy
you do?
getting
Put Ottinger
fired,
back
Biz.
in?
You
Boy,
gotta
the
put him
boy
back
ain't
in.
getting fired. DeBoer's as safe as there is anyone in the league, Biz, for coaching.
Hey, biggest thing ever. I'll say this though too: the Bischel fucking runaway turtling. That's a thing. That is a thing. What a joke.
Considering he's 240, I think, and the Worm's 40 years old.
Yeah, like then the Worm last game, goal and an assist. I mean, he could have been in a body bag and not had those if you wanted to do it right.
Wit.
They're
Question.
gonna be what? Am I super excited? And do I maybe have a
Yeah.
little bit of an RO Sparks erection right now? Yeah.
With that RO Sparks erection, would you go cup lady to guarantee that Edmonton and McDavid won a cup?
Like
This
like
is it.
fighter?
This is it. No, you know. what I
Yes,
mean.
yes. Would you go her in the moss pit?
Knuckle up, Witty.
What if she was just a lefty and just punched my eye
her and
shut?
her and Rick from Red Deer handicap match 2-on-1.
But Biz, that's like the Leafs mindset you have of like fighting. Like it's a family, you know, in Oilersville. I mean, at the end of the game, they're almost celebratory fights. They're not fighting prior to the game. It's more
They
like, buddy,
are.
what a win! Let's go toe to toe, Western style.
Yeah.
It's like doing the gloves and helmets in the room after practice.
But he's the
Yeah,
best
like-
in Toontown, heading outside the bar around like 1:00 in the morning and just couple tillies always. Classic.
How does Evander up the level of like the cars for the finals? Like what happens during the finals? Is he coming in?
Helico-
shit?
He comes in on
helicopter.
one of those giant wheeled bikes with the little wheel, like old school. Like
He might
1912.
come in Joe
my God.
Burrow's fucking Batmobile.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, they just got another one. Oh,
No, I missed.
Oh my God, they're dominating.
crazy.
This is like
Can you guys pause like 3 minutes?
Hey,
guys. Dallas went home. They packed up their apartments and their cars and came to the game like the guys did in the minors.
Remember that
I-
dangle?
I was gonna ask Garland a question. I couldn't stop talking about this guy to start the year. Kiefer Sherwood.
Oh my
What a
God.
fucking bargain and what he brings to the lineup. He is just an absolute spark plug.
Yeah, he you could tell in camp though, like he was way better than what any of us thought. How hard he shoots the puck and like how fast he played. He had like 600 hits or something. So it's like he brought it every night. It was some games he'd have like 13 hits, a goal, and like in like 13 minutes. So it's hard to replace that. He kind of does it all for us.
Incredible.
Yeah, why did you
can't
love
wait.
him so much, Biz?
Because he made $1.5 million bucks.
Yeah.
And I guess that they had that McCarron center iceman, fourth
Yeah, the
line
big
center for
dude.
Nashville, and he makes $1 million.
He was on
And-
Team USA too, I think, right? He
Yeah.
was with you.
Here's there, yeah.
Yeah, good player, but I guess Trotz and them said, no, we don't want to make it more than him. And so they fucking let him go for $1.5 million. He signed a 2-year deal for $1.5 million in Vancouver. Probably one of the most, like one of the better contracts in the league off of entry level.
Yeah, for sure.
And did he have 15 goals?
19 or
19
18.
goals.
He was sniffing in game 82. He wanted it.
Oh yeah.
He went full Pavel Bure, like hanging out at the blue line there.
With Kovalev with the 5-minute shift in the third.
Yeah.
Remember that when guys would be trying to get bonuses? Did they still have bonuses and guys
Entry level.
Yeah. Guys would be going all out from game like 78 to 82, just trying to get
that was the year Fleury had a huge bonus
Remember
for save
that?
percentage. And so they didn't start him in Toronto the last game of the year. And then Terrian put him in. He pulled, I think, Sebastian Caron put him in, and Fleury made enough saves to hit. I think it was like $1 million bonus army, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was that much.
It was a big one.
It was a big one though. Yeah, and he wasn't going to get it, and we were like broke, like the Pens at that time, not great with money. So it was like I don't know if it was like strategic they held him out, but I remember he got like 1 tick on his save percentage to hit that bonus by chance.
So did Terrian find out about that and was like, fuck this, I'm putting him in?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think he did, and he's like, I'm gonna put him in. Get that? It's not my money. Biz would never put him in.
Who?
Oh yeah, Biz would hate that.
Never
Guys
put
on the
who in?
Gargoyles are going to be going for bonuses. Biz is going to be sitting them.
Oh fuck! I'll play 5-on-3 against. Nobody's going on the ice.
You're not hitting a bonus on my watch.
Put the e-bugger on forward. Put him up. I don't care if he's got the pads on. Put him up front.
Hey, Merles,
there's a great story of the Bruins. Pat Burns. It was Thornton and Samsonov. They had those rookie deals when it was the $1 million ladder.
Yeah.
And if you hit 2 out of the 6, you got paid on all 6.
Oh my God, Marchman just ran Skinner like legit.
So he didn't take them off the ice the last 2 games, and just because they already said he was getting fired, so he just completely screwed that cheap owner in Boston, and they made they made I don't know $6 million each or something crazy like that.
Would Footy do that?
Oh, they didn't call that.
Footy would do that. Footy would help.
Footy would get the boys going. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Hughes, Quinn said, I think it's the best coach he's ever had. He's all fired up.
Footy, yeah. Well, he coaches kind of like how he played. Like he wants you to be, hard and committed and everything. Like he's very smart when it comes to the defensive side. Like he breaks down film. It's very easy to understand. So
he seems pretty calm for a killer too.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. But he looks the part.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Yeah, he looks.
I always wonder that because I never really had a tough guy for a coach, but there are young guys on your team now. Did they know like how big of a killer Talk was and in footy? Like, did they ever snap in practice where guys like, oh shit, they could really bring it one day?
Talk had like 2 with me where I was in his office and I was frightened. I sat right up. If I not like that I talked back, but I disagreed. I thought, I thought someone was else to blame, and he let me have it. So that was the first time I was like, "Ooh, that's that." There, I've seen it. I've seen the eyes.
Was that in Arizona or in Vancouver? Like, had you experienced that?
Arizona. My last year in Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen him. Like, where's the glasses on top of his head, and he brought them down and kind of peered at me. I was like, oh boy.
Did he bring them down, or did he just snap his head and they came down?
Yeah, he brought him down.
Like a welding mask. Boom.
Yeah,
So I don't want to get like too personal about it, but at the point when he got there, I think you were kind of maybe like things weren't going good, and you were thinking about like asking to move on, which sometimes things aren't working out, and that's fine. But because you had so much success with him in Arizona, when he finally got there and put his fingerprints on the team, it seemed like your game turned back around like it was with the Coyotes, and then you ended up staying. Like, was it because of Talk in your relationship with him?
That's a good. It's a little bit of it. The most of it was before Talk got there. I was kind of like the F7 on the team, and our top 6 was loaded. and I was playing third line, no power play, no penalty kill. So you're playing 11 minutes a night, and it wasn't like I was in Arizona making $750. I was making a good amount, so it's hard to have that and feel good about yourself. I feel like I'm hurting the team every night because we're losing so much, and
There we go.
you're playing 11 minutes. So when Talk came in, I just asked for hey, just give me a roll. They score. That's one.
Yeah.
Robo, third goal in a row, 3 games in a row with a goal.
What's his name said he has to get hot.
Who just turned that over? Kulak?
Yeah, Kulak.
No, little Johnston forecheck got a piece of it.
Should have kept.
Oh,
Stetcher
right
in.
before that, I'm at the part where it hit the guy's pant when he rounded the net.
I mean, do you blame him? He was trying to bump it to McDavid in the middle.
That was a hell of a shot. That's posting in. There's a snipe. This guy had he didn't even know he scored in game 3. And then he was told he scored. It's like, that's all he needs. He's like, okay, now I'll see. Like, he didn't even know he had the goal.
I don't know, boys. You're up 3-0. Kulak, you're around the net.
Glassing out there,
put it off the glass and out. Like, what are we doing? What are you doing here?
It's McDavid in the middle, probably wanting the puck there. Like, he's probably buzzing. That was McDavid there.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta. Like, I would do that shit, and Sid would be like, you got to make that play. Like, when you play with those guys, you got to make a play.
I mean, you're up 3-0 though. You have full control of the game.
That was a big goal.
Yeah, like Florida wouldn't do that, Biz.
No, that's what I mean. Florida, what do you mean? Like, put it off the glass and live to fight another day. Like, don't give them anything. I know what you're saying, but Barkov wouldn't give him shit if he didn't get it. He'd just say punt it.
Yeah, and that's why he's got a mug.
That's why he's got a mug.
Yeah.
How bad you want a mug, Garley?
It's a rattling goal.
You want a mug, Garley? What do you got left in Vancouver, bud? 1 year next year?
1 year left. Goes by fast.
I mean, fuck, you're going to get another 5 times 5. He's good for 20 goals, 30 assists every year.
And you'll draw a couple penalties, Garley.
You'll draw a
couple million.
He's a buzzsaw. He's got the turtleneck on, just buzzing. Knock him down, right back up. Boom, he's on it again, swizzling around, spinning off guys. Boom, he's straight.
We got another Pink Whitney power play coming up.
I like when you go backdoor on the power play with the mini hockey stick.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
You can't miss those.
Another high stick here?
Yup. And I believe that's 2 fourth liners. Steele just got one, and Maverick Bork. Is he playing fourth line? Just got the first one. Is Kane bleeding?
No, it like raised his head, I think.
Oh, that's kind of
even hit him.
No, it's your shield. It counts, though. It hit his shield. I think.
He's holding his mouth.
The other one was soft, too. I know it's a high stick, but still.
I don't know.
The other one was just lazy by Bork. He had his stick behind him. Like,
by the way, on a gambling note, Jans, mine and your legs of the parlay have already hit. So we got the 2 green check marks. Arm Dog, we need your Bouchard PP point here.
Oh,
I need a Nugent Hopkins point here.
Yeah, we could clean it up on 1 goal here.
Hey,
I thought it was 5 plays.
Price title goal. That would have got 3 of them.
He scored?
No.
He just tries to.
So far.
Hey,
Are you at
Garley.
719, Garley?
Yes.
Same.
Hey, Garley, how fast? I know they said Janmark and McDavid. How fast is Leon? Because Leon looks like he's got like that Mario quality to him, where it looks like he's just lumbering, like kind of smooth, big guy. But he can fly when he gets going. Hey.
Yeah. Well, he's just always ahead of the play. He's got to be the smartest. I mean, him and Cooch have to be the smartest players.
Him and Draisaitl?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Leon's unreal.
Well, yeah, he's a physical freak. So to hear that he's also, you think he's the smartest, like that's a fucking.
That was labeled.
I love that play. Do you see what Leon did there on that play?
Yeah.
They do that little backhand. He lays it into him on his backhand, then bang, forehand. Like, I love that little play.
Garland, you scored one in the Worlds like that. In
With
the bumper,
Kells, yes.
laid it into you, just one-timed it.
Yes, yeah, that's we actually.
I love that play.
Yeah, it's hard to defend.
A couple whacks.
Hard to
I think I
defend,
had
and you
the
get a
over
great
5.5
shot. Like,
in
you're
the
in a
second
great
goal.
spot to shoot.
So
I like Leon's game a lot. He's mean too. Like he's
he's slashing guys like crazy out there.
You see him
Freaking-
giving it to the liney the other day,
What
like
is-
doing the
Yeah,
going-
he was feeding the geese.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, no wonder
the
I'm
puck.
fucking cheating. You're going like this with the puck.
he whacks quite a bit off the draws, which I don't mind. He's like when you're that
Big
good,
German.
it's so
Yeah, he's a grumpy German.
yeah.
Oh my God! Now they get a chance shorthanded.
Why'd they take the top unit off?
Oh my God! What a save! Holy!
Oh
shit,
my
what a
God,
save.
what a save. Holy shit. That would have been
That's-
huge for Dallas.
That would have
Oh
been.
my
That would have
God.
been. What's the Mark? Give me your guess right now for the DraftKings live line of this game, money line.
For Edmonton,
Said 6-1.
minus 300.
No, just like the game for Dallas, whatever.
Oh,
I mean, either
for
or.
Dallas, I think you're getting plus 250.
All right,
Did you
let's see how
take
good
Florida
it is.
yesterday when I said live bet them, Mer?
I hammered
oh my
Florida
God, what
minus
a play
1.5.
that is. Jans.
Dallas is plus 340. The Oilers are minus 500.
Okay, I was a little off.
Oh, another little.
Is that
But,
Blackwell
yeah.
from Mass, Garland?
Yes, North Shore.
Keith, he's an awesome. He came on. Awesome story. He came on Chicklets a while back, and he was done playing, and then I think that we just released the clip randomly on one of our socials too.
Yeah.
And he decided like I can't be done yet, and then he's been on a run. I think he was injured at Harvard most of the time he was there with the concussion
Concussions,
stuff.
right? Bad, yeah.
Great player.
I talked to him when I was down there. Great guy. When I went down to interview those
Yeah.
guys before conference finals, came right up, just chatting, just going home. Lives in Wisco now. I think his wife's from there, like lake life in Wisco, just up in the bush, you know.
Do you guys hear the Leafs are signing Taves?
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
Oh, of course they are.
Gotta change your
They're getting
DNA.
everyone. They're getting
Yeah, that would
everybody.
do it.
How sick would it be if he comes back and he's
Hey, Biz,
Still-
did you hear that there's what a hit down there. Arvidsson,
Oh, it's
Bishop.
crazy there.
Arvidsson's looked awesome since coming back.
Bishop's
Oh my
not-
God.
Bishop's just cross-checking his back.
Puck Colson's cross-checking Arvidsson.
This is the craziest scrum. That was 1997 right there.
Dino Cicerelli, was he in there?
Oh yeah, a little
my
slew
God.
foot from Bishel.
His own teammates choking him out with his stick.
Cross check to the back of the neck. Oh,
Hey,
now
Pod
he's
Colson's a Pod
Oh,
Colson.
he's-
You played with him, right? He's an animal.
yeah,
He's
he's a
a
kinky
horse.
guy.
He is a horse.
He runs around.
Yeah, I think I told you when I was on here, he was the kid next to me during the bag skate. He wasn't tired it was the hardest skate of my life. He wasn't even moving. He was just cruising. It was crazy.
Did he just have like a stone face, like Russian?
Yeah,
like no,
yeah, like
no.
What was
no,
the bag skate? What was the actual like skate part of it?
it was like goal line through the red
Oh,
4 times.
double dickies. The worst.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was cruising.
Guys, I got to give you a little Kraken stat of the night before
Love
we get to
this.
the end of it here.
Love
That
this.
was number 97, Connor McDavid, 100th assist in the playoffs in his career. So
Wow.
Wow.
pretty nice there.
That's
right?
more than the
you're-
whole core four.
Whether
took-
ripping
it took-
clappers on the ice or making moves in the market, you need speed, precision, and a game plan. That's why we're rolling with Kraken, the official crypto exchange of spit and chicklets. When it comes to buying, selling, and swapping over 300 different cryptocurrencies, Kraken is the real deal. No soul plays, no laggy platforms, just deep liquidity, fast execution, and a rock-solid trading experience. And here's the best part. You can set up recurring buys and dollar cost average without the hassle, no stressing over market timing or letting emotions like the Maple Leafs and Biz take over. Just link your bank in minutes. You can automate your Bitcoin purchases monthly, weekly, or even daily. Get lower fees than card transactions and no more manual deposits. Just stack sats and like a beauty. Look, crypto is a lot like hockey. You don't throw the puck around and hope for the best. You need a game plan. Whether you're stacking Bitcoin for the long haul or diving into the wild world of meme coins like Wit tried, Kraken's got your back. And here's the cherry on top. Kraken's rewarding up to $200 in USDG when you share your referral link with family and friends. Go get your buddies in the game. Everybody wins. I almost made it. So don't be a pylon like me and Army. Get off the bench, get the Kraken, and start stacking.
What a read by
Wow.
Murr, boys.
Murr.
Couple clicks.
Gotta
2:50,
go
over.
4
back.
a.m. It finally gave out a little bit.
RPI
Hey
education?
Biz, did you hear? They found a picture of Gavin McKenna when he was a kid. He had maple leaf bed sheets and pajamas.
Oh,
Did
here
you
we
hear
go.
You're
buddy.
lying.
I love it. I love it.
Joking. He's getting the
Gars,
Johnny
you-
James.
Gars,
going
you
Leafs.
seem like the type of guy who's in a cryptocurrency.
I am not. I
No?
am furthest thing from it.
I could have seen you as a Bitcoin guy.
Yeah, he got the nice office there.
That's
He's
bad.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have said that. You just read
Garland,
the
it was how the Garley was the guy holding that other Bitcoin guy hostage in New York.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was in on it. He was in.
Gars
on it,
looks like he was
apparently.
being held hostage. That beard.
He is
Oh, is
by us.
If you held him hostage though, and it was in a rink and he could skate, he'd be like, "This is great. I'm fine."
doesn't care.
Just leave me the Pilgrim Middle rink. I'll be all right.
Would you consider yourself like a hockey nerd in the sense of like trying to keep up with all these like health traits and stuff off the ice? And if so, like what's the weirdest thing you do? Are you sleeping with like a red light
crazy with your
blanket at
stick?
night?
No, I don't do anything weird. I grew up with like a trainer who is probably the most basic ever. He just always just say you either have it or you don't. So I've kind of always just believed it.
It's a great trainer.
I'm his trainer.
Yeah, you just gotta work at your game and you'll be all right. So it's kind of just my philosophy is I just gotta keep trying to get better every year. All these young guys are so skilled and talented. I want to play as long as possible. So
What
I
about
just
with your stick? What about, do you have anything with your stick, or are you pretty just old school basic with that too?
yeah, I switched my curve like 3 years ago to the Zegras one, the Bauer one, a little more of a toe. But since then, nothing really. I kind of fixed the fiddle with the height throughout the summer. Sometimes I'll go to the season; it's a little longer, but that's about it. I try to
You can
keep the
do
same-
that. Hey, I can't. Guys can do that.
Get older, you got to keep adding a couple more inches. You can't bend over as much. Or is that just me?
I just would love to be able to add a little bit to my shot, so I always just experiment with that.
Like the flex points and like
Yeah.
making your stick a little longer for a little more pop off it.
Yeah, it's just anything. I'd love to get 10 more miles per hour or 5. I see these guys like score from out far. It's impressive how they beat them clean.
I love this. Guy, people don't realize like how addicted and psycho hockey guys are about like individually about practicing like that or thinking
Yeah,
about
and
that.
it's so
like
Who-
every
who-
day.
Who was the worst you guys ever had about like being in the stick room? I remember a guy named
Raffy Torres.
Peter
Chris Beach.
Mueller.
Remember Beachy?
Oh, Beachy.
Wasn't
yeah,
he always
was
fucking with his
curving his sticks all the time,
Always.
like
Yeah.
crazy
Raffy
about his
Torres, we used to
sticks.
call him Geppetto because he'd be like the guy who made Pinocchio. He'd be in there. There'd be sawdust everywhere. He'd come walking out like no mask on. He'd be like, "What's up, KG?"
Gars, thank you so much, buddy. It's great to have you on. Congratulations once again.
Thank
Awesome
you guys.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Very
Love the way you
excited.
play, buddy.
And
Thank
yeah,
you.
let's tee it up. Hope to run into you soon. And everyone, thanks for joining. What a start for the Oilers. Oh, tough.
Thank you
goal,
guys.
But
Thanks,
we'll
Garth.
talk to everyone beginning of the second period. KRAKEN, Pink Whitney.
We're back.
What is up? Arm Dog, you're muted.
Look how bright out it is, Whit.
I
You see out there?
Earlier, what time is it?
3 in the morning?
3 a.m., yeah.
That is unreal.
Dude, you guys would love it. Dude, my neighbor went out last night at 9:30 p.m. to play 9 holes.
I mean,
That's how light out it is.
so it's dark out for what? 2 hours?
Yeah, barely. Maybe from like 11 to 1 tonight was dark.
That's so weird, man.
I know.
How do like kids
It
sleep and shit?
Yeah, you got to have the blackout curtains. Like my daughter's 5. She's still confused. She's like, I'm not going to bed. She's like, look how bright it is. Like, get down, kid.
Yeah, she's a Merly.
But
Down.
everyone spends the entire summer outside, right? Like when you're dealing with that in the winter, you're living it up in the summer.
Living it up. Like everybody saves their vacation. Everybody gets 6 weeks vacation. Only use it in the summer. Nobody's working.
Just grind through the
businesses
winter.
Yeah.
Whit, you obviously feel good about that start of the game there. Anything worrisome or no?
That goal by them was, I mean, it wasn't ideal, but incredible first period. I feel amazing. Skinner made that save on the PK, or when the Oilers were on the PP at the Dallas almost made it 3-2, which was huge. I can't believe they pulled Ottinger. Actually,
Yeah, same.
I feel like
I know
maybe
I
he was
said
going to put him back in. Like he was hoping to maybe get through that without one. Now he's
I don't
stuck.
know, once you pull him, I feel like
I mean, I don't
course,
know,
though.
man.
I don't know, man. That and I guess I said the
he
2
got
goals
them
could have been
there.
saved, but still, yeah, he's their guy.
Turned into
2 goals is
Hellebuck.
nothing.
No, not with this team. All they do is come back. They have 6 or 7 comeback wins.
Yeah.
It was probably just such a panic for him. It's like, oh my God, we're 5 minutes into this game and we're down 3 or whatever it was. It's like gotta be such a panic for a coach.
I mean, maybe it might be an unreal move.
Yeah, we'll see. He gave up 1 already.
To Skinner. This is a mess.
He's going
Not even
on
watching
like
the
a
game.
domestic and he doesn't even have a wife.
Cops show up. He's beating himself up. It's like me, myself, and Irene.
Someone with some goggles broke into my house.
What are you guys talking about?
You.
Oh,
What were you
Pink
saying?
Whitney power play coming up.
Oh. How did he not get a shot off there?
Can you guys explain to me the joke?
You
I
came
mean,
in, it was
watching.
loud as
Basically-
shit. You were
Yeah, you
rummaging
came in
around.
like a hurricane, and Keith's like, "There could be
Here I
going
am.
on there."
Pink Whitney power play right here is where we need the Granlund point. I
Hey,
know
boys.
you don't want to hear that, but the
Gotta get
parlay's
this
got to
go.
hit.
Hey, a couple
Who's
clicks
this
for
guy?
G. Great guess. Garland was
Oh.
a beauty.
Yeah, he was
He's
awesome.
I'm gonna clap for that. He was
Wow.
great.
G's pretty good at surprising us.
Yeah.
He always brings the noise on these streams, eh?
Yeah, great job.
All
by
the
G.
little guys
Oh,
love
yes.
G.
So why don't we bring on our next guest here? Then I feel like now is the perfect
Uh-oh.
time. Friend of the show, 2-time Stanley Cup champion, Mike Fuda.
What
Wow.
a brutal move by G. What a
Huge.
bad guest.
What a legend. We're going to talk Leafs the next 30
Appreciate
minutes.
Look at Foods. You crushing some checks there, some Cheez-Its, just
What's
chilling
that?
on the couch watching some hockey.
Well, I got this
Oh, that's
bad
kettle
medical
corn.
report where I'm not supposed to drink or eat caramel popcorn, so I'm having caramel popcorn and red wine.
There you go.
What a mixture.
There you
Did
go.
you make that ship
I had a
behind
steak,
you?
but I've never
Yeah.
been honored to be around this many legends. So
Yeah, what's up with that ship behind
Did
you?
you build that ship behind you? Was that handmade?
yeah, I'm going to go with that. Yeah.
All right.
He's a big boat guy.
I've told you the story. I'm living in a billionaire's house. When COVID hit and I lost my job, one of my best friends said, "You want to come live in my mansion on a golf course?" And I'm still here. I'm like Kato Kalin.
You are.
Cracking yourself off on OnlyFans. Fucking girls are making like $1 million a year doing it.
How are the Leafs doing, Biff?
They're going to be cranking themselves on OnlyFans pretty soon. That's how they're fucking
Hey, did
doing
you
it.
hear what Biz said, dude?
I had
They're getting
Jackie Redmond.
Jonathan Taves. They're getting Johnny
Jackie
Taves.
Redmond was on the show today, and she
Who?
said, Jackie Redmond,
Oh,
Uh,
Jackie.
friend, and she's like, I got recognized. Usually people are like, that's Jackie Redmond from the WWE, or Jackie, aren't you the guy that put Biz out of his misery on with Maurice the other day?
Like that whole segment was created just to fucking drill me at the end.
Dudes, I got a question for you. What do you make of Maurice talking about how he doesn't think the coaches should shake the players' hands?
You know what? I don't like it at all, and I don't like that. What a great time!
I don't even get it. Where did it come from? It's just
what a great time to have a meeting. Like a great time to bring up the point when you're sitting across from Roddy, you just spanked him, and you're gonna have a symposium. The one thing, and coach, and you guys might get it. The one thing I always found confusing, I'm trying to figure out. There's a better way to do it. If they take away that initial where they have the hug between the bench, because they have that, and then when they go line up again, and then they got to do it again, it's awkward.
Yeah, you don't.
Again.
Let me say this: straight to the lines.
You have the opportunity
to coaches just line up behind the players. 100%. They got to be part of it.
I actually don't mind that they would have to then meet up again quickly, because maybe there's something you failed to mention to them or something.
Yeah,
you just finished battling out.
If you win, it's a great double meeting. If you've lost, it's not. It's hard enough. And
hey,
well, it's easier than fucking having the guy tell you, I'm not going to go shake your hand in line.
I'm with Maurice. I think that's a good new trend.
What do you Army? That's what I was just. When I finished playoff series, I respected the hell at the end of or wherever the coaching staff was. Like, you know what your coaching staff was putting into those playoffs, and they were such a big. I mean, the players play, but the meetings and the pre-scouts and the playoffs, like, you're shaking the entire team's hand.
Yeah,
it's been going on.
I agree.
Forever.
Well, I agree with that. With like last night. Well, I mean, I don't recall. I mean, you guys would like when you win a series, the conference. I think it's different. Like, I thought there was so many people on the ice last night. It was. I've never seen that many, but I really liked that coach shaking the players' hands. I just didn't. I don't like. I just always found the double dip. If I'd rather have a double dip than not the coach altogether. I just didn't think it was proper for.
I think it kind of got weird with the glass there and them being like, "See you, see you in the line." So they kind of just started fucking doing it because they're right coming out of the door anyway. But so has he not done it in the first two rounds?
He did it. I saw there's a picture someone posted.
No, there was a picture
doing it.
There was pictures that came out that he'd done it in prior years. I think it was against Boston, but you're saying that there's one of him doing it again. Yeah, I guess he did it with Coop, right? Because they were battling in the media. And then you saw them hug after.
I thought I saw a picture of him going through Tampa, but I don't know what year it was. It was just so random. Like, you win the Easter. It was just, I don't know. I thought it was bizarre. It was just such an odd time to do that. Or
the timing of it to bring it up. Yeah. Like, they're sitting there, you're devastated, and all of a sudden Roddy was like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking?" And then I think I talked to somebody in Carolina today that said Roddy's problem was obviously, if I don't shake hands, it's going to come back. I'm a poor sport, right? If it's something that's commonly done, I just didn't get. That's not the time and place for like right now. Mo, every time
Maurice is in the content.
Are you saying that? Are you saying that Maurice said, "Hey, I'm not going to go shake their hands. I don't want you to go do it either"?
No, he goes, "You want to just leave it to the players. Let's just leave it to the players." But I mean, that's an easy thing to say after you've just whacked somebody. Okay.
He waxed them, and then he waxed them in the handshake line too.
I know, exactly. A double wax. But Colby, don't you think? I mean, in Roddy's comeback, which I did learn today, was first of all, he didn't expect that conversation at that point.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm not talking out of school.
Taking it back.
He was like, "I'll look like an idiot if I don't line up."
Correct.
Right. So if it's something they talked about ahead, these guys are buddies. At the end of the series, whatever. Let's do this. This is my.
Or
Reese has an answer for
how about Roddy just be like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm shaking the guy's hand."
Exactly.
Yeah, just start going.
Exactly.
Like,
that's
"You're
what
not
I'm
my
saying.
coach anymore."
Like, no,
I played.
No.
I remember playing, shaking other coaches' hands. It was so bizarre. He's in the content game. Maurice is in the content game.
Yeah. Him and Coach Gruden.
Yeah, but you guys, it's like, for me, it's like everything now is like And I don't mind it because he's real good at it, but it's like every time he speaks, it's like should be on a t-shirt.
Yeah,
He's gonna be dating a 23-year-old before we know it. Gonna one up Belichick. He's gonna one up Belichick. He's gonna
As long as
fucking
he
be
wins
doing
6 cups, he can do whatever he
I
wants.
guess when you're up three, Cobb, you can be funny. I don't know. I went through the Daryl Sutter segment where
he was doing the same shit though. He was playing into his thing
He
too.
was he trying to be funny? Was he,
Oh,
He
he
was
knew what
trying
he
to
was
be
doing in the press
He knew what he
conference.
was
He owned
doing
the
too.
press conference. He already had his message go deliver, but he didn't turn around and like he wasn't. And he's sneaky brilliant. But the boys used to sit there and love the same thing in the dressing room. They go, "Wonder what Daryl's going to say tonight." You know, and it was funny for 3 years until it wasn't funny anymore.
I mean,
Hey, but here's the thing,
Terrian
though.
said before Terrian's speech biz, he said, "Watch this" to the PR guy. Like, and
Yeah,
then
and I
remember that,
think,
Army.
I think because the players like don't these days really say much. Although Florida, they have some guys like Marchand and Kachuk can speak. They're maybe not like doing anything like bulletin board material style. Where I really feel that he's trying to take the focus off the guys. Like he's saying kind of weird shit to now all of a sudden we're talking about him and not the players.
Yeah, but the only thing, Biss, is I agree, but if we're going new school now, right? And like he's allowing his kids to show personality. I mean, I see what I love when you guys. I mean, Marchand's to another level, right?
But I still believe that we like media. We tend to like it becomes a story and it becomes something, right? So they tend to not want them to do it, even though personality is good. Fuck, I feel like there was more personality back then because shit wouldn't go as viral and they didn't have to talk about it all the time for as long as they do. I mean, we're guilty of it too.
Aren't there other guys like I've seen you when you like? I hate to bring up your team again, but the Leafs, you talk to them and it feels like, my God, these guys have personalities too, but it's like it's draining. Brad Treliving's one of the funny guys I've ever met in my life, and today it's like these guys are trained to not show their own personalities.
Yeah, so that's where I'll agree with you. I feel like in Toronto, it's gotten weirdly like they don't like they're robots. They need a guy in there who's going to be like, that's a dumb fucking question. I ain't fucking answering that. Fuck off.
They need. I bring them back to the Red Sox. All those years, they all of a sudden had this group of just like not clowns, but they were just gooning it up, right? They were just saying whatever they wanted. It was like Kevin Millar, all these guys, and then finally, basically, they didn't let the pressure get to them. They just
Army. They need booze in the locker room. I agree with you.
Yeah, I think they did shots before the World Series.
Yeah,
didn't
Manny?
Oh, they would do it like at one just to loosen up.
Yeah.
I want to say Robert Lang would do a shot. Maybe I played with a guy in Phoenix who would do a shot of booze before games. Keith, do you remember who it was?
I think it was Langer. If he was like if he was struggling, he'd do one. But
Yeah.
he also used to put his shoes on before his pants. So
yeah.
I remember guys doing that. I remember guys.
That's when our suits were a little blousier than they are nowadays.
Hey, Futes, as an ex-GM, just a little conversation here. The 3 guys up for GM of the year. You know, Zito's one of those guys again, and in Dallas also, Nil.
Zito has to win.
Devil day off.
The other one.
Chevy.
Yeah, Zito should win because he's been up for it like 3 or 4 years in a row and hasn't won it, right?
Oh, Zito's never won it?
And
that's like John Cooper never winning Coach of the Year. That's the worst trophy for me because they present it, and then I said it's like the timing of it. It's like the year that Monty won it in Boston when they broke every record. And then they get gooned in the first round, and he's got to sit there at the awards.
Yeah.
Kucherov, like all-time season, and didn't show up to the awards.
It almost feels like it goes to the team that isn't expected to do well, and their team does well. Like John Cooper is blessed with a good roster every year, but he's still a fucking awesome coach. Like, you know.
Oh yeah. But you guys would know that more. I laugh though because those awards, it's the same thing pride-wise. Like I imagine there's a coach. I don't remember the year. It was probably Coop, or I remember Daryl. Like he never got he was never a Jack Adams guy, but he's sitting at the awards sloshed while some guy that went out in the first round is getting coach of the year, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it is a little awkward for
Take the
sure.
cup.
Martin's the biggest example because that was a record-breaking year, right? And it's almost humbling. They should almost. It's like I don't know the timing of it, and the GM league. I like it too. I mean, I like the Jim Nill they should name it the Jim Nill Award, Mike, because he. I mean, if you talk about a guy that's adjusted, I mean, he basically, if you do the homework, was the guy that personnel built the Red Wings under Kenny Holland's direction, right? He's been a guy in my position as a personnel guy, right? That never. He was like, no, I got him watching. This guy's master. He was a master.
Another high stick.
Master class in drafting.
Yeah.
How do you guys like? What do you think about the Pete Ottinger vibe on the bench right now?
I hate it.
How about fucking Ray Ferraro going full breakdown right in his
Oh my
ear?
God! What a save by Skinner.
Oh,
What a save!
He's like,
Drafting.
Ottinger, nightmare situation. Fuck, goals on first two shots. Score. And Ottinger's sitting right next to him.
Oh, there comes Dallas, though. Oh,
Dallas is buzzing.
it's
Oh,
huge.
shit.
Oh, what a save!
What a save. That's a save.
Holy shit, Stuart Skinner.
Oh,
see, this is the problem. It's like the American dollar. You guys are seeing this way before I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
like,
huge.
that-
I was going to ask you about this. Like,
Tell your
people think
billionaire
I was-
buddy to get off his wallet.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to ask you. It was a hot
doesn't know I'm
topic.
still here.
What?
Penalty.
The billionaire doesn't know I'm still here. Back off. Shush.
Oh yeah. I felt like it was a hot topic. It got brought up. They said it was a question on the panel last night. They said, "What does Carolina have to do in order to kind of get to the next level like Florida?" And I said, "Well, I feel like they draft and develop pretty well." I said, Carolina, tend to find they have a hard time attracting free agents. I think they fumbled the Gensel situation, from my understanding. Obviously, the Rantanen thing.
They admit that. They admit that.
What?
They completely admit that internally that they bumbled the. That was. Go ahead, finish your story, but yeah, they
among other things, like other teams right now, I really find that maybe with the climate of social media and how much these players go through attention-wise in Canada, the no state tax thing is really drawing guys down to these southern markets. And I guess the counter argument was, well, it was like that 20 years ago, but I feel like now that there's a hard cap and there's been time to catch up, and obviously these organizations have found people that can control them and run them properly. Like, do you not view it as an advantage, like from a non-biased perspective?
I was watching last night that you were talking when Anson jumped in. It's such a different environment now. It's a huge factor, the no tax states. But it's like, but in fact, when you've got no tax states that have such incredible hockey people running it, like I've heard, like right now, I mean, I trust Johnny Stevens a bunch because we were big on this culture thing, like turning Los Angeles, having a winning culture, right? Under Dean Lombardi. And John Stevens says the culture in Vegas right now, this win at all costs, treat your players great. They move. I know some guys are pissed off because they get moved out of there because they love it so much. But the guys that are there love it. And there's such a winning culture. They're treated well. Now that Florida is winning, like, and Zito, these guys are treated like you would. The no tax didn't matter when they sucked, right? But they've doubled up. They've doubled down on it now you got no tax. You can go there, win. You've got great hockey people, and you got a chance to win the cup. So when you do that, go ahead.
Sorry, Food.
Oh, and it's the places to live. They're awesome. Vegas, Nashville, Florida. It's Dallas.
Yeah, where in LA, you're double. Like, I mean, our thing was winning culture, but man, when you start, the guys would say, like, as we started to win, and the next ticket would come up, it'd be like, man, the taxes here, man, it's so hard to live there, right? As opposed to the guys in Florida, like Tyler Toffoli, for example. I'm not throwing him on the bus, but everybody kind of was dreaming about retiring there, right? Because they loved it in LA, but then they started thinking, man, this is different. Like, it's great now when I'm making the money, but when I stop making it, can I move to Florida where there's there's so much easier to live in other states and still enjoy the same lifestyle, and the weather factor in that without the tax situation. So I think it's a huge factor, Biss. But the team
We
building
got two
thing,
things, guys. It's a
Go
Pink
ahead,
Whitney power play. Pink Whitney power play for the Dallas Stars.
Oh,
Sorry,
boy.
Foots. Get that red
Another
wine in
amazing
you.
Oh my
Oh, man.
God.
Another
But
amazing save.
I've got.
Foots,
Go ahead.
I also feel like, back in the day, especially when I was in Phoenix too, like a lot of the older guys would go to those nice, area teams
There you go.
to finish their career, right?
The hints, baby
Nowadays,
boy.
Oh, there it is.
No,
Who-
no.
How'd
Sorry
you get
about
ahead
that.
of us.
I apologize.
Oh my God.
I apologize. Sorry about that.
You're
I
ahead
gotta
of
move
Yeah.
mine back ahead, Foots, Good thing I had that Pink Whitney power play in there.
Yep.
That's what I was
The Pink
thinking on it.
Whitney power play goal.
3-2 Oilers now.
I was finally,
This
so I
is
was
tightening
finally
up.
dialed in, and
Fuck.
I've been trying to talk to Keith Yandel for months, and I was finally listening to him, and the power play goal interrupted it.
No,
Boys,
no,
if I
I was
tell
just,
you
Also on
that-
that no tax, you got to remember back 15 years ago, guys were making $1 or $2 million. So the little 6-7%, it's not a lot of money. Now they're making $9-10 million. That's 6-7%.
Oh,
a
that
lot.
went in off Kulak.
Buddy, I'm
Look,
telling
yeah.
you that going back to the first goal, I'm still mad at Kulak. I'm still mad at him.
Yeah.
I know I need
Well,
to get over it.
Now it looks
We-
bad.
I noticed that home twice now. He ran his own goalie once, and then he was in the penalty box for the second goal.
Well, I actually think it must be so. April 11th was his last game, and then you're hopping into this pace.
Yeah.
You
Oh
got to
my God.
wonder how hard. He's a big guy too, right?
And he's awesome. But I that's why my argument today, I don't like the 11-7, but Dallas, when you're that important and you all of a sudden just try and throw you back in your regulation minutes, especially the way Stetcher have been playing, I thought easing him in might be better. That's why I'm in management. Jans, what were you saying about the Phoenix guys? I
No, I'm
always
just
wondered
saying,
where
like,
they live.
those older guys, like it more seemed like the older guys would go to the nice weather cities to end their career, but it seems more now guys, and I think Merle's made a great point because guys are making more money. You see the money, on your taxes more. But it seemed like guys were 35 years old coming to these towns as opposed to now, like a kid like Matthew Tkachuk at 23 who wanted to do it.
Oh my God.
So how many teams in the NHL are no state tax? Because if you're looking at Dallas, Vegas, both teams in Florida, like their
Two
management
Florida
teams.
teams are the only teams in the Eastern Conference.
Okay,
But is it-
like, so those four I just mentioned, like each of those management groups are incredible. Like between Dallas, Vegas, and then the two in the East you just mentioned.
Nashville's one.
You asked it. That's my biggest difference between when you talk about Carolina, and I spent a year there, and I'm not knocking because it's just different. I've never seen my job initially when Donnie Waddell was there. Justin Williams had brought me, and I became real close with Roddy Brindamore, and then I realized how involved Tom Dundon was, and I had interviewed with for the GM job years before, so I knew what his deal was, right, as far as saving money and way involved, and all in majorly analytics. And he had told me, like, I remember him talking to me about the general manager's job, and I told him what I was making. He flew in to meet me, and I said I told him what I was making as an assistant general manager, and he was like, "Yo, you're not going to make that here." And I was like, "Whoa."
As a head,
the GM. As
so
the GM, he said,
assistant to GM, and you'd be making less as a head
he
guy.
told me I wouldn't be close to what I was making, but he started talking about the cost of living, and he was right. He was right about the cost of living, but I was like, respectfully, if I call my ex-wife right now and tell her I just got promoted and I'm making less, whoa, 4-2 boys.
No,
Oh, here
Con-
he goes.
What?
no way.
Jesus.
No way.
Yeah, don't.
Yes. Come on.
Sorry. I thought I was supposed to talk about the game.
Oh my God, that was unbelievable.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
an unbelievable
Well,
goal.
Yeah.
Why
we
didn't
could-
Rupe Hintz lean on him there? Like you're on his back, he pulls it away, and now you're on his back. Like fucking lay
Oh,
on
he
him.
smiled. He smiled on his way to the
Smile.
bench. McJesus.
Oh, my
He's
geez.
still smiling.
What a
He knows
block
how
by-
nasty
Oh,
that
That was
was.
a block by Ekholm, wasn't it?
I mean,
Was that Ekholm who blocked that with his?
Sure.
Wow.
I
You
think
know what?
Ekholm
I don't
blocked
want to
that,
make
boys.
excuses for him, but with his
That
foot,
move.
it might be hard for him to pivot and dig in and block because he didn't get anything on him, right?
Boys, I
I
think
don't
You know
know
what-
what's catching him there.
it's
He
a big
wasn't
play by
catching him. It
Ekholm.
looked that different from that angle. He couldn't lean on him. He couldn't catch him.
I might have said Ekblad. I meant to say Ekholm.
No, you said that.
You know what amazes me about that goal, guys, and you guys that could skate exceptionally well. McDavid does all that, turns, and after the goal, he lands like on all fours in athletic position when he turns. Like most guys, if you go that fast, you might end up like doing a 100-yard dash, 90-yard gym and 10 boards. He turned out. He sticks his landing after going that fast.
Ottinger might have had that
goal. That was a huge goal. Nobody's saving that one.
Hey,
Hey, you
Fuchs,
know
I got to
what it
ask you a
is?
management
Go ahead.
question before we lose you.
Fire ahead.
All right, the big draft coming up. Islanders got the number 1 pick, and one of the top 3 prospects is from Long Island. He's not considered
Schaefer.
now the number 1. Is that something you would think about as a manager, that he's from there and wants to play there? Or are you
No,
taking
because
the
then he
best
wouldn't
player?
take a hometown discount, and then he'd be fucking trying to bend the team over for more.
Take the best. Take Schaefer.
And he wouldn't show up in playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen him enough, and I know he's a great player, but no, you're not gonna. I remember, and it's a different spot in the draft. And Dean was big, and I love Dean too, right? I was laughing about we won the cup, and we were at in Los Angeles, and we're in the back, and we got the first pick. And at the time, it's so bad, I'm not even remember the kid, but we took Derek Forbert, which it turns out that was not exactly lightning in a bike. Forbes has been a great player, but at 7, thank God we had won a Stanley Cup or 2 leading into that pick, because it wasn't. There were better players that were drafted shortly after. But there's a kid that Anaheim took who was playing in the Western League, and it's gonna. But they took him in the first round, and he's a Los Angeles kid. And we were getting booed because we were expected to take him. And I mean, God, I wish I could remember his name, but he ended up not having a great. Played for a little bit in Anaheim, but he didn't play either. But no way, you take the best player. You take the best player, and especially as a defenseman, the kid, the Schaefer kid, for right now, I've seen a bunch. That's the one thing I had to top 10. He's so far, especially defenseman. That was Dean's thing, right? On if you're picking first, defensemen are so much more. I love this. Yeah, defense are so much more valuable than forwards. It's and so our biggest. I go back to the Doughty Stamkos. We had Doughty and Stamkos tied, but if we had the first pick overall, we were taking Doughty because we felt right shot D defenseman. The position was so much more valuable. So the minute they picked Stamkos, we knew it was Drew, and we have Bogosian next.
That's kind of nice, eh? Where they have to make the decision.
It made it well, but we wouldn't have. I'm telling you this. We would Dean Lombard. He was so big on defensemen. We took Thomas Hickey my first year. I hadn't seen it. We took Thomas Hickey too early because he wanted a D so bad. He wanted to build from the back end out so badly.
Instead of who? Thomas Hickey.
At that time, it wasn't a crazy draft, but it was like pack you ready. There were some good players that had a better careers than Thomas Hickey. Like Hickey didn't even get up. This is my first NHL draft. It was one of those ones where they said his name and he was still eating popcorn. He was like, "What?" I'm like, "This isn't good." He doesn't even. He has no clue he's getting drafted. So, anyways, it's all good. But the draft's pretty cool. Hey, Biss, I asked Stamkos, and this will tell you about when you ask players sometimes when they're not digging in. I said, that draft, I said, Stammer, you're going first overall. You got the second pick. Who you taking? And he goes, Bogosian, no question.
Really?
And Bogosian had a great career, but I'm glad.
Yeah, he's
Stammer,
had a
thank
great career. Not Doughty, obviously, but
that's a good
or
question to
Pietrangelo.
ask a player that's going 1.
What? I just wanted it, and I asked him why, and it was because Bogosian had played him so hard and physical in the OHL. But I said, he goes, "Who are you going to take?" I said, "Well, we're going to take Drew because you're not cheating on the no." I said, and then we got Pietrangelo 3. But we had Bogosian really high as well. He was a physical beast in here, but when you look at their careers, another guy that's had a great career. But you got two defensemen that are career potential Hall of Famers, Drew for sure. And then, I mean, I love the way Dean. You got to build once you get a goalie, and we were spoiled with Quickie, and that's how it works out. We thought Bernier was going to be our number 1. We were spoiled with Quickie, but then it's all from your back end out.
It's like the head scout just interviews the top 15 picks. Who would you take second if you got picked first? And he just goes off of their answer because he didn't do his homework. Like, why'd you pick him? It's like, I don't know. All those kids told me he was good.
Fuchs used to read the hockey news to pick when he had the high picks.
Yeah.
Just, this is what they're saying. Okay.
Trust me. Drew wasn't that easy. Drew was easy for us, but at the time he was putting on like 20 pounds after every game. It took a while for him. It was like hilarious because Dean always said in culture, the best thing is if your top players win your fitness testing. And so like even when we were winning, he'd like, how do we look? And I go, not good. Drew still got like 13 AHL guys outdoing him in the fitness test, but he's playing 30 a game and he's going to win the Norris. So,
we don't have much time here, Fuchs. I did want to ask you, since you're now in the media game, working specifically in Toronto, one of the biggest free agents on the market, if not the biggest. What do you think Mitch Marner's worth on the open market? And like, what would you pay him given how special of a player he is? And last one, where do you think he ends up?
That's a great Biss. That's awesome because I'm a huge fan of his, but I think they have to mix it up here. I look at him like he's like my new Jack Eichel. Is a superstar was never going to do what he was capable of for all different reasons, right? Eichel was in Buffalo, the neck thing, but it was always he was villain even when he was good for different reasons in Buffalo. But when he gets out of there, he's going to be he's going to be a special player. I think he's going to end up in a real strong market. I know my old team's interested in LA. He wants to be in Vegas. It'll be really
Marner
interesting.
wants to be there?
Oh, yeah. I don't think he's going to go to like a team. The funny thing is, the team that has the money and wants him is Carolina. But again, we didn't get a chance. I didn't finish the question. Why do I think they struggle? Is because their defense are above the base and they're up front, and I know their draft list. They got guys that look like, the little guys that were floating in the hot tub there, in the cold tub when you were filming that? Sammy and John Ferguson Jr.? That's the average size of their forward.
You skipped out. You're talking about your Carolina in general, like the size up front.
In general, their size up front, and they're competitive as hell. I love Jarvis. I love the kid they picked up from Dallas. They're small. They're small, and that doesn't bode well in a long playoff series, especially when you see the size of the Florida defenseman and even the Blake guy. And everybody they have coming, their analytics have everybody between 5'10" and 5'9", 5'11", skilled as hell. And I don't think Marner is the answer there. I think he can be a real helpful guy in certain markets.
Make it 14.
So you think a team like Vegas could get away with making a move? Like, to me, I don't necessarily know if the Hurdle move has worked out as well as they'd hoped, at least yet. Like, could they maybe shed his salary and pick up a guy like Marner?
They would have to pick a really good player that they internally don't think has panned out as much and move him to a team that could really – there's so many teams dying for, and then add him. And it's interesting because I always do the same thing, this salary cap thing. You look at teams and you go, how are they going to do it? And then it seems like they somehow find a way to do it. Like,
so how much is he making in Vegas, though?
Oh, probably 11, 12, 10. If he's happy,
right.
If you trade it right.
I just got a call from YouTube. We've reached our maximum on Maple Leafs talk. So I got to jump in.
No, it's a good conversation.
I got to jump in here and do this ad before the period ends because I got a good stat for you. Jeff Skinner used to hold the record for the most career regular season goals without a playoff goal. He has now broken that. And this was the earliest Jake Ottinger has ever been pulled in his career. And those stats are brought to you by Kraken. Whether you're ripping clappers on the ice or making moves in the market, you need speed, precision, and a game plan. That's why we're rolling with Kraken, the official crypto exchange of Spit and Chicklets. When it comes to buying, selling, and swapping over 300 cryptocurrencies, Kraken is the real deal. No slow plays, no laggy platforms, just deep liquidity, fast execution, and a rock-solid trading experience. And here's the best part. You can set up recurring buys, dollar cost average without the hassle, no stressing over market timing or letting emotions take over. Just link your bank in minutes. You can automate your Bitcoin purchases monthly, weekly, or even daily. Get lower fees than card transactions and no more manual deposits. Just stack stats like a beauty. Look, crypto is a lot like hockey. You don't throw the puck around and hope plays for the best. You need a game plan. Whether you're stacking Bitcoin for the long haul or driving in the wild world of meme coins like Pasha, Kraken's got your back. And here's the cherry on top. Kraken's rewarding up $200 in USDG when you share your referral link with your families, friends, and teammates. Get your buddies in the game and everybody wins. So don't be a pylon. Get off the bench, get on Kraken, and start stacking. Head to kraken.com/barstool.
I mean, I feel like Ottinger could have had that breakaway, boys, on McDavid.
And the third one.
We'll never know.
Hey,
That was
Fuchs,
impressive.
thank you
Fuchs.
so much. Appreciate
Thanks,
you
guys.
coming
I
on.
appreciate it.
Check them
Love
out
you,
on
Fuchs.
Sportsnet. We'll talk
You-
to you soon, buddy.
you guys be the
Appreciate it.
best.
And, all right, we'll be back. Third period.
PK looks
Incredible.
like Biz.
Biz, are you
Yeah.
trolling, or do you think Ottinger would have had that? He was going like 28 miles an hour, I think, and cut on his edge after a quick fake to the backhand.
I think Ottinger would be doing better than what the Smiths showed me since being put in. Like, you
Yeah.
got to let your number one goalie fight through that.
I'd put him in
Earliest
for the
of his
third,
career?
Biz.
Put him back in, Keith?
Yeah, I mean, the other kid's good. The Smith's given up 2. He gave up 2.
Yeah,
Put him
he
back
gave up
in.
2. All right, we'll see you guys third period. Oilers close this thing out.
What
We're
is
back,
up?
boys. 20
Let's
minutes
go,
to
let's
get
go.
the job done. Keith, you're muted.
I said, how are we feeling, Whitty?
Yeah. What do you think, Whit?
I think they close this thing out here. This could be, that right there could be something we see later on if this goes haywire. But Skinner's dialed that goal. The second goal, Kulak tipped it in. So
Yeah.
but
Oh,
this is
Otter's
the
still
hard.
on
It's
the
hard.
bench.
I mean,
Hard to close a team out.
So if it ends like this, it's going to be first 2 games Edmonton, 2 in Florida, then the drag them back to Berta.
Yeah, Wednesday. I think so. I think it was said it would be Wednesday. Would be game
Wednesday,
1.
June 4th. It will start in Edmonton.
Oh. You got to think it. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Not gonna-
So Wednesday, Friday, then Saturday, Sunday.
No,
off,
I think
Monday.
there's
I think
2 days off.
They want the
After game
Saturday
1.
night. Yeah, they
Mer.
want that Saturday night no matter what.
Mer, I might be there.
Where? Edmonton?
Edmonton.
Oh
I
my
got to take
God.
Cruz up to a hockey thing up there for Seattle. I guess
Crazy,
the owners
crazy
of
hockey
Seattle
dad.
are,
Oh,
the owners of Seattle are from Edmonton.
What?
Uh-oh.
What? Mer? What?
Uh-oh.
No, Mer. No,
Is it a replay?
I'm 1944. What are you?
Oh
Well,
my God.
I got speed.
I'm
yeah,
35,
speed
yeah,
over.
no. Why- but then you
he's
guys
right.
get-
He's right. You don't know.
Wait,
Oh,
Mer, are you
the-
ahead of me?
This
The
guy's on
Rantanen
fire,
monster.
boys. This guy is on fire right now.
Oh, no, that's not a good
How
one,
far
Whit.
ahead are you?
Yeah, how'd you get so
I
behind now?
don't
Whit?
know.
Make
I'm
sure
at
you're up.
1922.
I've been
Right
behind
goal.
you guys the whole game, and now
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, you've
ahead.
been way behind. Futes was ahead of
Fast
all of
forward.
us.
I'm 22.
I paused mine.
Yeah, well, it's at the goal.
You might be caught
I just
behind
cut
now.
to the
though, Whit.
replay.
I
No,
don't know.
I'm-
What.
I'm-
I'm
I'm same as-
1920, 1919.
Robertson just scored on the replay.
Robertson again. Craig
On
Ludwig
fire.
heated this guy up.
I
Here's
know.
4 of the last 5
No,
goals.
Biz did. Biz put the lighter under his ass.
Oh,
Boys,
Biz, you
uh-oh,
got the lighter
uh-oh,
out. Biz,
uh-oh, we got a game.
where's
I
the
thought
lighter?
Biz was going to
Biz?
come on with Big Cat sitting on his couch.
You
I
said
said I
it's
thought I said I thought they were going to close it out in the third, and it was I think 20 seconds later that
Yeah, it was.
scored.
what was the mistake?
Rantanen
Just
just
on
got
an
ahead
entry
of
here. They're
steam.
showing it a line change, but they're
Oof.
good. Comes out, he's flat-footed. He's still okay. They just stretched it. Just a shot, wide shot on entry.
Robertson, all of a sudden.
Oh, that's a.
Hey.
I will say this: Game 3, when Skinner let in a softie between his legs, he was so dialed that he shook it off, and it was right back to business. Let's see where he's at mentally.
Whit,
What?
I was talking to Chris Bork the other day about how like 5 holes the new top shelf.
Yeah.
And he said it's like pantsing somebody. Like if you do that to a goalie, it's so embarrassing to do it to them. Like remember getting pantsed back in the day? That's how,
Oh,
like,
for
these
sure.
Shooters. That's how these shooters are embarrassing goalies. Just
How do
going
they get the
5 holes.
goalies to move their stick? Why are the goalies moving their
I
stick?
think when they go down, there's like that little pocket between the
Goes like
stick
that,
and the
yeah.
pad.
Matthews and Nylander are pretty good at they
course.
release it a
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit
they're on the
later.
leash, That's why.
No,
Really.
no,
They
guys, come on,
invented it. They
We're talking
invented
about 2 lethal guys. I mean, there's other guys who are good at that shot.
Yeah, Bobby
Oh.
McMahon.
it. Oh my God, boys!
no.
Dallas is
no.
playing good, man. Right now, they
Dallas-
cranked it up. But this is it. This is what Florida
Boom.
did too. Carolina was playing good. McDavid goes down, scores. Florida,
Yeah, Carolina
2 goals in
was
30
playing
seconds. 2 goals in
last
30
night.
seconds. Though they got game.
I've
breakers.
been pretty impressed with Rottenen's ability to carry it through the neutral zone, like from the whole playoff perspective, like from defensive to offensive zone.
When he swoops low and gets the speed, like then you can't stop him.
Yeah, he's a machine.
Did Bischel just crush a guy down there?
By the way,
Someone's
I love
gotta-
hearing that Jan's about 5 hole because my future goalie, he's never going to leave the butterfly. He just stays down the whole game. He's just 6'7".
Wayne's gonna fucking lose his mind on the
And
broadcast.
guys are just gonna pick corners on him, Mer, up
Yeah.
top.
Murr,
He's
they're going to do this.
6'7". He's
Murr.
6'7". He's like this
Murr,
with 2
They're
gloves.
going to do what they do now. The first shot isn't the best shot. They'll pass it laterally off to the side, like Barkov did last night, and the guy's going to be sitting there in the butterfly like a donkey. Salut. How's
Is
she
this
no
a
going?
made-up
5-hole goals.
goalie, or do you have a guy that does this?
Got a couple guys
It's
in
an
mind.
idea of Merle's is he invented
Chicklets
it.
Cup
It's
goalie.
unreal.
Big D.
Here's my prediction. It
Big D
goes
was
back.
that guy.
It goes
Yeah.
back the other way where we go back to like a little bit smaller but more athletic goalies who actually stand up and make saves, like
Johan
Wolf,
Hedberg.
Oh,
like Hedberg, and
Oh no, Mer. What, Mer?
oh,
Leon's unreal, man. I
What are
love
you
this
at,
guy.
James
Rose?
is on drugs.
16.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes,
That's so brutal, though.
Oh,
Like,
that
that's
is-
just such a shitty goal.
buddy.
Why the
That
fuck
is
did
what
they
the
take
Oilers do,
Ottinger out?
though.
They just
Why
come
did
down
they
and
take
get one.
Ottinger out?
I'm telling you, boys, like that might be a
Crazy.
fireable offense.
Crazy to take him out.
That's
Yeah.
such a panic move.
Earliest pull of his
What are you gonna
playoff
do?
career.
He shot it off his own guy's skate. And
We
Track
had
it
two
in.
breakdowns defensively. We parted the seas for
Right.
Edmonton's
Wow, that's
offense,
big.
and
That
we're
is
gonna
big.
yank our Olympic goaltender.
And not to mention backup goalies in the playoffs. This dude hasn't seen a live shot in fucking 2 months.
No shit, Jans. No shit. Agreed. Crazy.
That's
Oh,
a good
my
point.
He should change
Yeah.
citizenships and become Canadian for that move from DeBoer.
yeah, he is.
Hey.
He
You
is.
already stole Harley from us. Don't
is.
take the goalie too. like that.
We did steal Harley.
Was that who was that? Which D man
Oh.
was that again that it hit off of?
No.
Fuck's sake.
Army,
No.
would you feel weird having your kid play for Team USA, or that's a guarantee because he was
Oh
raised?
my
in
God,
the-
what a save. Did he save
Yeah,
that?
I don't know. I wouldn't feel weird about it. No. It'd be cool. Be unreal.
Merles, what would your kid? Oh,
Whatever one they could make.
Tater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would prefer US, but whatever one they could make.
Merles wants Sweden, 100%.
No.
100.
Army, why
cut
wouldn't
him.
Cruz? He's grown
Cruz
up
is
in
an
the
American.
United States.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
American.
like
Yeah,
That'd be
like
sick though if
Josh-
Cruz
Josh
ever makes
Stone
it. If
just
Cruz is
won.
lucky enough to like make it, it's kind of cool. Like born in Atlanta, Georgia. That's kind of
Oh!
cool.
Oh, guys, I know Ottinger would
Headshot.
have had that one.
Headshot on Leon. You didn't like that wit?
Marchman just kind of. I got to see replay. It looked like he kind of headshot him a little
Looked
bit.
like he reacted like he stung Leon a bit too. Hey,
I said it in the
Get him
group chat
pinned.
the other day. Marchman could take a penalty every single shift he's on the ice, but the game would be 5 hours long, so they can't do it.
That's how Pronger played.
Murley's pronger theory. Just I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it so much you can't call all of them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I want like Jamie Benn, like old school Jamie Benn,
Nope,
out of nowhere. That's
it
what I
ain't
want.
showing up now.
Fuck,
want him
I
to
just
play
need
goalie.
something.
Oh, Skinner.
It's crazy how much hockey was left when he pulled Ottinger. 2 goals. I mean, how much time was left? 10 minutes?
And
think
I
it was
know
7
it's a
minutes in.
5-hole, but
7
fuck
minutes
that.
in?
Yeah. What was the crack? I gave the Kraken stats.
It was early.
7:38.
First
then-
goal was power play. They parted the seas, wide open in front. Corey Perry, the worm, and then the second goal, both guys got cut outside the dots again. Like, come on, DeBoer.
Third goal breakaway. 5th goal off their own guy and in. Like, I mean, come on.
4th goal was. Oh no,
Third
Was
goal
not-
was brutal by DeSmith.
that was.
Brutal.
Was that Yan Marks?
Skinner doing his 2
Janitor?
and 10.
That was
Yeah,
the
that's
I'd be
the
five-hole.
curious
first
to
one he
get-
let in. It was bouncing around. That was Skinner's goal.
If you were in DeBoer's head, how many times do you think he was like, "Fuck, should I put him back?" And then now another one goes in, and then another one goes in. Do you think he's thought that?
Yes.
Like,
100%.
second guessing it right away. I know.
Why are we so stuck in the box of like you can't put him back in now that you pulled him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like,
guess
Like why?
I said
Like
that, but
let's get it going though. Let's get thinking here.
maybe
Mer,
because
what
you
would
think
do?
goalies are so
That's what
mental.
I said
that
right
once
away.
they're
Put him
pulled-
back in right now. Put him. I feel like he was thinking that. Like, all right, I'm just going to take him out here for a minute, reset us, and then put him back in or something. But this could
He's gonna-
be. It's
gonna
not
do
a
a
fi-
hit
maybe
with
not a
Ferrero.
fireable offense, but don't be surprised if Ottinger asks for a trade or something from something like this.
Wow, Murr. I
Biz.
love that. Can we clip that?
No,
Remember when remember the old Rexall, remember how far away the locker room was?
Oh yeah.
for the visitors, and Ilya Bryzgalov. I can't remember if you were there or not, Biz. He wasn't playing, so he stayed in the locker room, and then our goalie got pulled, and they were looking for Briz. He didn't have like his pads on or something. He had like mustard stains from hot dogs all over his jersey. Grant Fuhrer bag skated him the next day. He literally came up to me after practice. He goes, "You might want to stay on the ice and watch this one," till he puked.
No way.
It was unbelievable.
Why? Because he felt like he was kind of like disrespecting the game.
Dude, they couldn't put him in. They tried to pull our goalie, but he was so far away. Like it was.
Oh no shit!
Because he was in the room eating hot dogs and shit, and that's like a fucking 3-minute walk. Like,
and his like pads were undone, and that was back in the day when like they were actually buckling up their pads, like not how it is now. Like
that barn. Coming on for warm-ups, guys are clapping it. You're coming on right in from behind the net.
Oh, guys are
just eating them.
You're walking into just clap bombs.
Genius
more
concept.
insane than Pittsburgh when Pittsburgh had to go through.
You had to go through the other guys. Yeah, I'd rather go through the other guys and come right out behind the net, though. Even when you wanted to get up.
Why didn't the Igloo just have?
Apparently, the story is the owner sat at the one end, and he wanted to like see it twice, so they would come out that side, but then he wanted to see them shoot twice.
The owner, just get a box on the other side.
I know there's something. I don't know.
I love that barn though.
I love that
Arm Dog. You hearing any rumors on the new pick coach?
I don't know rumors wise, but
I'm hearing some.
I'm hearing
Sturm
Mitch
to Boston.
Love. I'm hearing Mitch Love.
Yes,
Sturm.
To where? To where?
Pittsburgh.
Wow, I'd like him as a hire.
Yeah,
I met him when I was in Saskatoon. He was coach of the Blades.
That's right. Yeah.
That was his start, WHL.
Yeah, Kirby Duck's
Everett.
brother.
He was in Everett before that, and then he went to Saskatoon, and then into the Flame system. I think.
I love Saskatoon. I love going there.
Come anytime, busy.
Hey, that beautiful river right through the city. It's a beautiful little
hiking.
city.
Yeah, nice little downtown. Hey.
I don't remember anything from that trip, Army.
I went to Jared Stoll's golf tournament one year. It was unbelievable.
Oh yeah, I was probably there, bud.
Were you? Yeah, there were so many guys
all the time.
And then what was the other thing? We drove through Pink Whitney tour.
You dropped the puck and stuff, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I dropped the puck. I was with Wendell Clark, and he's like, "No, you drop it." And I'm like, "No, man, you're Wendell Clark. Like, what do you mean? Like, you?"
Do you have an ambassador jacket though? I have an ambassador jacket, Wendell.
For the student.
Toontown.
Yeah. Oh man, people could drink there.
Oh, yeah.
There were a couple a couple of natives that won a contest, and they were in the box, and they were just out of their minds. I'll never forget going in there. I was like, this is nuts. Welcome to the
Toontown, baby. We get her going.
And then we went through
my first year of retirement there. When I first retired, I went back to Saskatoon for the year.
All winter.
Just fucking Hudson's, Bailey's.
I never knew
crazy
that you
cactus. The crazy.
I never knew you moved home. I thought you went right back to
Pittsburgh.
Why did you
first
do that?
year I went there, and then I came back here because I had a house here still. Remember, I bought a house, and then I got traded.
Yeah, that's why I thought you came right here.
No, we Craig Adams.
Bought the house to get traded right when you closed. See you later, buddy.
How many days?
I was still waiting for I was in there a few months and stuff, but when you order furniture, it takes forever. So I had a kitchen table, I got my TV set up, bed, couple rooms, extra bed, but I was waiting on other furniture, chairs for the kitchen table. Yeah, the Louis futon was in the works, and then I got dealt. Brutal.
Good thing houses in Pittsburgh are only $60,000, so you didn't lose too much money.
It is great living here, though. Cost of living is great. It's
awesome.
The golf and
minus the
Army. You going to the U.S. Open at all?
Yeah, my boy Graham Dillette hit me up. He's coming in to work it, and he's talking to me. I'm going to go meet up with him. I think he lives down in Arizona.
Is he done now golfing?
Yeah, I think he's done now.
He had back issues.
He played some back and neck issues. Yeah, for playing.
He moved to
And-
Saskatoon this year. It's his first year out of the game.
From Wynyard, Saskatchewan, of all places, to make it to the PGA Tour.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
When you see Canadians or people from cold weather places making on the PGA Tour, I mean,
Yeah, it's
he's
incredible.
probably going 4 or 5
Jeff
months.
O'Neill.
without
Jeff
swinging a
O'Neill
glove.
might make the fucking PGA the way that he's playing lately.
Buddy, Graham Dillette played in Wynyard. His hometown course, I think, is like
God.
9 holes. 9
No
holes.
way.
Grew
Army-
up playing like 9 holes.
Army, where's Sanheim from? Is he a Saski boy?
He's I think he's from Winnipeg.
No, he's not Sasky.
He showed me
Manitoba.
videos of his golf course. The greens are sand. I actually
Sand.
sent in Wit. I'll send it to you because I saw
seen
it came
the
up on my
picture.
Instagram, and you have to like. I'll send you the video. It's the most insane thing.
Yeah,
the
sand
are
greens.
sand.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
some of these small towns, they have sand greens. It's wild. I went to Kyle Calder's golf tournament in Manville, Alberta. It was awesome. The people were great there, small town. And it was a 9-hole course. You just play it twice.
Move up a tee.
Beauty.
Oilers have calmed the game down a bit. They've calmed it
Yeah,
down.
that's good.
Yeah, thanks to Casey DeSmith.
Speaking of golf, the course you guys played foreplay was the opposite of that. Only the greens were green. The rest was sand. What
Yeah,
was
that
that?
Um,
The
Oh,
drought?
it was
winter
crazy
in
how
Georgia,
buckled
kinda.
you guys got him.
Oh, he
He
was
got himself. He's
completely
40 years
stuck.
old, like Witt said on the unnamed today.
I would say towards the end, you guys were being very persistent about the birdie juice. To
we
where
weren't
I'm
even
like,
making birdies.
We were like, "Who wants a birdie juice?" He's like, "Me, give me one." Okay.
Hey, we're trying to sell
think-
ads, Biz.
I,
I would
I think
say
it won- I
like the
think-
last 4 holes, I was getting.
Jesus.
I thought maybe I would have to help pump his stomach. That's where I thought we were headed.
my brother texted me. He's like, "If I'm him, I see that video. I'm driving right to a rehab clinic."
Oh, he was
This is
smothered.
imagine his wife seeing that. Like
He was playing.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
He was
Phenomenal.
unbelievable.
I think there was
Frankie
a
had
clip
told
of
me-
me saying, "Hey, we got to get him buckled. We got to get him buckled."
Frankie told me that earlier in the round, he was like, I'm hitting this flop shot to here. I'm making this putt." Like he was calling his shots too. And then, it turned into where he couldn't walk. he was like Rain Man on the golf course. And then
Sasky
completely-
pissed. Sasky loaded.
But even there was a
Army at
period
the
of
finals.
there was a period of about 8 holes where he was smothered, where I'm like, oh, he's done. Like he's gonna shank this one, and he was hitting everything.
No,
Like,
and then I said, I go, it's not slowing down. And we got to, I think, the 4th hole, maybe the 5th hole. And I remember he just dribbled. He was dribbled his T-ball. I'm like, there it is. That's it. It's over.
He
It was
busted.
that one shot. I'm like, he's done.
Would
He's
you
done.
not agree that you thought he was going to combust 8 holes before he finally did?
Guy in the chat says he was striping it and couldn't walk.
Put some respect on
Chris,
us
you're
now
right,
for
not
us
8
that
holes. Not
drink
8
that Pink
holes.
Whitney all the time during those.
Whit, for how good that I thought that Riggs was going in and how much shit he takes on the internet, I was blown away by him the first 9 because he was chipping things where they were
He's
stopping on a
unbelievable around the
dime,
green.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he'd
I
be
know.
a tap
he had
in, and I'm like,
Crosby Spin Doctor Club.
he must have had the spin doctor. And I would say for a good stretch, I was just like, oh my God, how the fuck is this guy still doing this?
Yeah,
What's his handicap?
I have no idea. I'm gonna
3, I
guess
think he said.
I
3
think
or
he
4.
said 3.
in his
or
deal.
like. So the other thing is apparently
Guys, yeah.
getting-
While we're talking about sandbaggers here, I feel like we got to bring in our next guest, who was a sandbagger guest, the one, the only Sean Avery.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the
Oh,
pointer
chaos.
out.
Whoa,
Chaos.
the pointer.
That's what
Who
it
you
looks
pointing
like.
at on Dallas, Abe? Who you pointing that
Oh,
thing
yeah,
at
yeah, give it
on
to
the
him.
stars?
The bench.
I mean, what a disappointment, Jamie Benn. Fuck him.
That's what Biz.
I was a
Where did
little
he
disappointed.
disappear to?
I
Where'd
don't know. I thought he was
disappear
going to.
He should
Like
cave
to
in
me,
guys'
Corey
head.
Perry can't be a bigger factor than Jamie Benn in that
No.
series.
No,
Crazy.
Ben should be ashamed of himself. But can I just address a few things here quickly?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
love that.
Hey, no more Leafs talk. There's no
Yeah.
more Leafs talk.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take my bite out of the apple, fuckhead. I'm from there too. I'm actually more Toronto than you are. You're like 4 hours away.
No, I'm an hour and a half. Not even.
You basically live in Buffalo.
Yeah,
That's true.
true.
Okay, just quickly, I'll be quick. Biz, what were you smoking? What crypto were you smoking that you thought that the Toronto Maple Leafs had any fucking hope in hell of beating the Florida Panthers? I mean, it's like almost, I know you tried to will it to happen, but they are so far away. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. And anyone in Toronto that's a Leafs fan that drinks this Kool-Aid, and they do it every year, and they're already getting ready for next year and talking about Mitch the bitch, signing Mitch the bitch. What are you fucking cucks? What is wrong with you? It's time to move on.
It took Ovi 13 years. I just want to say that. Everybody thought he was a loser. Everybody thought everybody thought, oh, selfish, cheating. Took him 13. Just saying.
He was getting like 55 goals
Different
a year.
animal.
He's only made it out of the second round twice in 20 years. It took him 13 years to eventually get over the hump. He had to go through Crosby's team, couldn't do it, just like Leafs had to go through Florida. Florida's a wagon, no state tax.
I mean, I don't know.
He was running people over.
Yeah, I think everyone on this Zoom played in the Eastern Conference at some point, and Ovi was a fucking dog that we were all terrified of. But what are you talking about?
I know.
Exactly.
I mean, but listen.
But Aves, he came on and said it was over. So he's like gone. But I don't know what's wrong with him. He's gone.
He said
back
Jonathan
now.
Taves is now signing with the Leafs today. He said that.
Oh, that's good. You should trade back for Nazem Kadri.
I know that's I think about that one every day.
Fucking Rodriguez. Why don't you go through the list of guys that this team has let go over the last 15 years? I mean, I don't, and I don't want to get on them. Shanny's one of my closest friends. He's got a horseshoe up his ass. He'll probably get the job in Long Island and fucking hire the same bozos he did already.
No, they gave it to this Darsh guy. I don't know anything about him. Witten, those guys know him.
I beat up Matthew Darsh so many times in the American League, I can't even fucking count. I can't count how many times I beat him up.
I think we should let's not focus our negativity on the Leafs. I think they've taken enough abuse. Who else on Dallas, or maybe who's impressed you more on Edmonton? Like what are you seeing here in this series?
I think that the Edmonton Oilers are great, and I think they're going to get fucking steamrolled by the Florida.
Really? Do you?
Oh yeah. Why? Ekblad, because Ekblad is a fucking dog, dude. When did he turn into such a savage?
When he skated with Yans with the suspension.
When Matthew Tkachuk got there, Sean.
Yeah, something happened. Tkachuk did everything. I mean, these guys all just feel they're fucking awesome. Give me a break.
Mm-hmm. No, they're awesome.
Like I love that hockey too, Aves. I just love it. Like hard, good. They're skilled. They can still make plays, but they're fucking dogs.
No state tax.
Dogs. Oh yeah, but no state tax to play your ass off like that.
I know. I'm just trying to get the chat going.
Your breakdown of the goal that he passed to Verhaeghe, like that's the prototypical of when somebody makes other people better. Like he passed that puck that made Verhaeghe come out.
Yes,
Verhaeghe would have stayed behind the net, but he put it in a perfect spot.
That's where the open ice is.
Like everybody else just shovels that pass across 20 miles an hour. He laid it there for him, and boom, how you there?
Yeah, that was sick.
And but like these kids, like even their fourth line has identity. I mean, I don't know who any of them are.
Oh, really?
Nosek, Greer,
Greer.
Greer's great.
Gavrikov
or
Gadjevich.
Gavrikov. What's Gadjevich? Where'd he come from?
Yeah, Greer's a weapon.
Greer came from Boston and Calgary. He's a bit of a journeyman.
He played at BU actually, I think, for a year. He scored one of the sickest goals in the NHL last year. He went 2 years ago in Boston. So he's got some skill, but he is an animal. Does anyone know where Gadjevich was? He a draft pick? I don't even know anything about him.
I think he's American. He sounds Russian.
He's American somehow. I know that. Yeah. But
But
even like
here's the-
Rodriguez was a journeyman till he got there. Now all of a sudden he's a superstar, getting points every night.
Here's the point. If you're a GM and you can't go and fill your bottom six with fucking dogs, you're a loser. Get out of the game. Get out of the game. If you don't have scouts that can fucking traverse the American League and go, you know what? Those 3 guys on my 4th line would be a real problem, and they're going to cost me 2-2 for all 3 of them. Like
you've said before, you'd be the master. You could go out and find the best 4th line in the league. I think you said it on a pod with us or on a stream with us.
Yeah, and how about Chris Drury fucking things up so bad that he didn't wait for Rob Bridnamore? Is that Big Cat?
He's on the Louis.
He's on the Louis Vuitton.
Wow.
Oh, no, dude, where are you going?
That is
Where are you going with?
Blutman.
No.
Why you trying to leave?
Who's this redheaded guy that kind of looks like me?
Hey, how are you, Sean?
What a
Sean,
joke.
what's
He's
up,
the
man?
best.
What's up with
Your
this?
cousin?
I didn't know you had this beard. You look fucking awesome.
What movie are you
Who,
doing?
me?
You growing that?
Yeah,
for?
Sean, I've never seen that beard on you.
Oh, bro, I'm in the Odyssey. You know, I'm letting it rip.
Oh, fuck yes. Looks
You ever
sick.
read that book?
I'd say I do, but I didn't.
LeBron did.
Who is this guy in the top left corner?
Liam
this
Blutman.
He's a
He's
big
the
hockey
best-
guy. He
best
likes the
guy
Vegas
there.
Golden Knights.
He
Yeah,
does.
I do.
Grew up in Vegas.
Where did
Like-
Witt go?
He said
Witt
when you
said
come on,
if we
he's
showed up,
hiding.
he's leaving.
Why
But
would he
hold
leave?
on,
We're up 5-3.
You were talking
I
about
see a
Drury.
shadow. I see a
Apes,
shadow.
Drury.
Oh yeah, Drury. Oh yeah, Big Cat's an Edmonton fan. Okay, so
No,
here
I'm
we-
not. I am just a troll Witt.
Oh yeah. Well, you're the most famous Edmonton Oilers fan then. Clearly,
I bet on him tonight. Plus
There
money.
you go.
Drury could have waited for Rob Brindamore to get fired, and he could have hired him if he had.
There's no way Brindamore is getting fired.
Just keep riding him. You just keep letting it
So
go.
the issue
What's
the
the
issue in
computer saying
Carolina is
The computer
issue
makes
in
it a thing.
Carolina. Second line center Kotkaniemi. Why do they have Kotkaniemi? Because Montreal offer sheeted Sebastian Aho, so the owner got spiteful and then offer sheeted Kotkaniemi, and then they paid him what they paid him. Right? Is that not how he got there?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's not a raw decision. He now all of a sudden he's like, "What the fuck am I doing with this guy?" And we're paying him $5 million for 8 more years, and the owner's like, "Play him," and it's like, "Okay, I'll play him at second line." So that's an owner issue. They trade for Gensel. They don't realize the owner's naive to not understand it's Carolina.
This
Like-
is a lot of fucking gobbledygook.
What do you mean, buddy? Having Jake Gensel would be a major. Who?
Brindamore.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's gone.
You can't win. You're gone.
Buddy, they don't got any money to spend. He's a $6 million coach. They're probably paying him 2.5. I don't think there's a guy who gets more out of his players than Rod Brindamore.
Yeah.
Do you think
Great.
For 90 games.
I think
Right.
it'd be great for Carolina if they won, like inside their, up top of the castle. But like they just want to be like good every year and like do the analytics and
Yeah, but that's not
Like-
Rod's choice. That's
no, I know.
yeah.
It was Rod's choice to have the 4th line out there against Barkov with under 8 minutes to go last night.
That's fair, but it was also their best line the first 2 periods, or they played really, really well. Not saying I would do it, but for sure.
It's Rod's choice to play the same system over and over and over again and expect
Never
different
change.
results. And it's the
Boys,
same
we got
thing every
fucking
year.
look at their personnel, man.
Look at their team.
I mean, they
compared to
Like
finally-
we're
he
talking about
finally
Anderson
changed
against Bobrovsky.
He
Like-
finally changed things up and started having the D-men play more aggressive and push the pace.
What do you
And
mean,
they,
Biz?
and they
You,
look like a completely different team.
Biz, you tried to fucking put that loser in net for the Leafs up against Bobrovsky for multiple series, or
Who Wall?
I don't know. I don't even know the Leafs goalie. You got like 4
I
of
thought
them.
Wall played pretty good.
Hey, Witt or Biz, does it bother you that you were that close to beating the Panthers and you definitely
is
would be in
it.
a Stanley Cup?
Witt can't come back during this right now.
I don't think there's a
Shining up the
chance to
trophy.
push the stream because Avery's
over.
combating the big cat mush.
No, we're
Aves.
here. We're here to celebrate the Edmonton Oilers.
I thought this was a celebration as
Aves,
well.
what
So
do you
so
think the
Aves,
next
you think who
gonna
would
be?
you replace him with?
I'd hire Steve Ott. I mean, I don't know if, or you know, or me, you, and Yans and fucking Army. Like, and Merles, we can put him on the earpiece up top. Like, if you really want to get after it and win some games, if you own $1 billion franchise or a multiple $1 billion franchise, I just don't.
There's billion-dollar franchises in the NHL.
All of them are. Every team.
That's just not
You
true.
should see their futon.
Yeah, I
dude.
think
How
the
much
bottom
did the
line
Coyotes sell for?
$1
Say the
billion.
least.
No
$1 billion.
way.
Yeah.
Every team in the league now in this year has been evaluated at over $1 billion.
Good for you, boys. That's sick.
But
First time.
Good
Yeah.
stats, Army.
Can
That's a Kraken stat. Good job,
There
Army.
you
Leafs
go,
are
you're
worth $4 billion,
Like
by the way.
special teams on a football team.
anyways, all I'm saying is if you've got that type of asset, like, how are they getting sucked into the same old bullshit? Like fucking Mike Sullivan on the Rangers. I mean, the yabber fucking nonsense. I heard that guy come out of his mouth under Tortorella.
Is he
Honestly,
not the same coach as Lavi?
I mean, they're like dinosaurs. Exactly. You know, couldn't develop young players in Pittsburgh. Like the whole thing just, I don't know. You
I
guys.
thought you had Pull in there. Like, what happened in New York?
Drew doesn't talk to me. He doesn't talk
No?
to me anymore. No.
Why?
I
'Cause
mean,
you were
listen,
too-
if I hadn't have got this movie, I was pressing. You guys felt it. Like
Yeah,
the heat
you
was
were going
on.
for
There
the
was that
job.
window, and I was gonna press. Biz helped me out. He got the ball rolling on that. I was gonna press, and then I fucking booked this job, and I had to leave. But it's so depressing to watch all these losers that are fucking that really are convinced that they have the guys, the horses to win. And again, I'll come back to the Florida Panthers. And Kachuk comes at the end of the game. He waited all game like a sick fuck. Like I didn't have that temperament, you know. I didn't have that temperament. He waited all game and he saw the window and he went right after Aho. And he, you know, they try and hurt guys and they try and win.
Sean, have you beat
Boom.
up any
Empty netter.
bicyclists or
That's a win.
anyone on the
boys.
street recently? Because I love those videos.
Where
No.
Oh,
congratulations.
he moved out of New York, I think.
Abe,
Yeah,
so does
tough to
Drury
get
not
back
talk
there.
to you anymore because you were extremely critical of him? And what do you make of them paying Sullivan what they're paying him? And do you tell Dolan like, hey, you're a fucking idiot for paying him that?
I haven't seen Mr. Dolan, Jim. I haven't seen him. I've been gone. But, you know, yeah, the first time I see him, I'm not going to text him that. But the first time I see him, they'll keep me away and they'll keep doing the same bullshit. And then one day, remember this, one day my phone will ring at 3 a.m. and it'll be Jim Dolan. And he'll say, hey, you want to coach my team? And that's how stupid this whole thing's going to happen. Once Sullivan fucks it up and the whole thing. And then I'll go and I'll hire a bunch of you guys and us and our peers.
Merles would be a good eye in the sky.
Absolutely.
Army could be a good assistant.
Army would be great.
I'd be a good assistant. Perfect
Good assistant.
But he doesn't want, I don't even know if I want Army on that job. I want Army on the road finding dogs.
In Saskatoon.
I want to pay Army $600K a year and tell him to just find me dogs.
Scouring the earth.
Yeah, I don't care where you go.
Dog hunting.
That's it.
Dog.
I'll send Jans to Russia. He's got some experience there. I'll
Oh,
give
yeah,
him
he loves
$600 a
Moscow.
year.
Never been once.
He's got an apartment in Moscow.
Legit, never been to that country.
Sean,
Where's
what do you
the-
think about my futon? Let's get to some real topics.
Have you seen a futon since the 90s? That's what I got to ask.
I mean, hey, Big Cat, what are you doing a month on Cameo? Are you really ripping them hard, or you just?
I don't
taking-
even. I've said this before. If I ever get on Cameo, that means I've lost all my money gambling. So
Oh,
I've
you
never been
won?
on Cameo. If you see me there, just know that, like, please pay the $50 for the happy birthday because I need it bad.
Wow, you must be rich.
Bad week.
You
So
must
that's
really-
my Cameo thing. It's a fail safe. It's like, hey, if everything fails, if everything burns down, you'll see me on Cameo doing fantasy draft orders and all that shit.
How
Well-
many do you do a month, Aves?
Too many, not enough actually. And you know what? I'm short. There's like 200 Leaf cameos of Leaf loser fans that I still haven't done that people haven't booked. So book them, and tell these fucking cuckold losers that their organization has won as many two playoff series in like 20 years. It's just a joke. I'm ashamed to be Canadian. First of all, it should become the 51st state. But I'm even more ashamed to have worn that fucking jersey to bed, just like John Tavares many moons ago.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say something right now, guys. Abe's came on. Big Cat and Blutman came on to try to ruin this.
No, I didn't.
We're moving on.
Bet on
to
the Oilers
Stanley Cup
tonight.
final.
Yeah, you are. I think
Every
Avery
game of the
blocked
series.
their
I
negative juju.
bet on the Oilers tonight. I was
Avery
here
did
to
say-
celebrate.
You guys came on. I told Grinelli's basically. Yeah, I don't know what I think about Grinelli right
But
now.
he had
I
2
said
goal
you-
lead.
You bring those guys. Who cares? They
But
were.
Abe's he was like your enforcer. He combated their negativity.
Exactly. And I'll say, Aves thinks that Florida's going to truck stick the Oilers. I don't think that's the case.
Bring it on, bro.
Wow.
I think it's going to be an incredible. I think it's going to go 7, and I think this time it's in Edmonton.
Yeah.
And I really, honestly think it's setting up for that. Gretzky beats the Islanders first the next year. Crosby
Kinda
beats the Red
seems
Wings
like
first
it,
the
but
next
fuck.
year.
Facts.
McDavid gets his payback.
Did you
Boys,
see McDavid and CC? That was a nice little hug, and
Yeah.
you could tell they loved them.
Did the
That was
coach
his interview here.
Listen, do you guys not think that Bennett and Kachuk and Ekblad and all those sick fucks on the Panthers they're sitting around in the suite, in the team suite or whatever, they're hanging out, maybe they're at home, and they're all just licking their lips going, who's got McDavid? Who's taking the first? Who's going to hurt him first?
But
We
last year,
need
they-
to see Crazy Kane this series in the finals. We
Kane-
need
no Hyman sucks for this series.
yeah.
They're
What
kicking
about
the
Royce
Like we're gonna need
You know?
Annika showing up to games. Crazy Kane. Like, we need
Losteranen's
fucking
out. Is he
crazy,
going to be
crazy.
back?
Yeah, his
Do we
was
know what
just
happened?
his was concussion. He went face first into the
Yeah,
board.
he
so
was all wobbly.
I bet he'll be back for game 1.
Like, look
the
at
Oilers need they need Kane to be an animal. Match this. This is all matching Florida. Kane,
Trent
Frederick,
Annika.
Frederick, and they need Brown back in being playoff Brown, who's been unreal. Aves, I think that last year, those 2 games, the game 1, they played great. They lost. Game 2, they played like shit. They're going to learn like how you got to be ready to play this thing. Like maybe they weren't. It was first time. And at home, I think they can fucking win this series for sure. It's going to be the biggest test they've ever
Definitely.
had. But they
Definitely.
can win.
I only ever played with one French defenseman that was fucking a gamer. Steve Duchesne, the Duke. Okay.
Shit.
Evan Bouchard.
Isn't he not French?
He's not
Is he
French.
French?
No.
Sounds French.
Sounds French.
No, he's not. He's an OHL kid, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds French though.
My
They
prediction
Gotta admit, he
for
sounds
final
French, man.
is Stuart
He does
Skinner
sound
is going to go nuclear. That's my my
That's
guy.
what we haven't mentioned. We haven't mentioned it's Bob. That's
Bob
when I
is-
think of the Panthers. I know the
Oakville.
head hunting and they're animals. But Bob, that guy, when he gets in these grooves,
We gotta run him. We gotta run him.
Oh, you know
kind
who
of.
else?
Svechnikov tried doing that though. How'd that work out?
Hey, you know who
Bob's
could be
a dog,
huge-
dude. He doesn't fucking flop around like Freddie Anderson and Stolars. He's gonna fight
Oh, he
through
does.
it.
Yeah, he's a battler.
I think an undercover guy too who could really step up is Trent Frederick.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's been
Yeah.
asleep. He's been fucking snoozing the whole playoffs. I
I-
don't know where he is.
He looked good in the second round. He looked better in the second round. Against
They have an
Vegas.
opportunity for big power forwards to make impacts like they
You
do.
guys are so fucked. I'm going Darnell Nurse. Oh my God, I'm going to be so far up his ass. Marchand should be so far up that fucking Nurse's ass. He's a chicken shit. When the going gets tough, he disappears. He plays one good game every series. You dump the puck into his corner every fucking shift and just hammer him.
The Panthers
Hammer
will.
him.
So did they didn't touch it last year, I'm guessing? They're all touching
Yeah,
it
they
right now.
don't touch it.
Oh no.
So
Florida-
Florida minus 115 favorites. Edmonton
Wow.
minus 105 for the series.
Oh,
Whit.
I love
that
it.
one's so much better looking than the other one too.
You guys, all right, Aves, anyone. don't you think there's something to be said about the way Gretzky and Crosby did it? And this is
Yes.
actually
Yes.
this is the same type. This is Gretzky Crosby of this era. So
Think about the dogs.
it's Hollywood.
those
It's
guys-
Hollywood. You're filming a movie right now, Aves. This is Hollywood.
I'm looking at depth. I'm not. I don't find, the Tyler Kennedys, the fucking Colby Armstrongs, the Brooks Orpiks. I'll take fucking Brooks Orpik over Evan Bouchard any day of the week when it gets into the trenches. I'm serious.
French.
And they don't have Brooks Orpik was French.
You're French.
No, Bouchard's French.
You're French on that futon.
He
I'm
is
just
French.
going off you. I'm riffing off you. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying you said Bouchard. I said French.
I
Yeah,
know
but-
what you're saying. I think Bouchard
Talbot.
unreal.
Did someone in the
But
chat
you're
said
talking about the
Talbot?
battle. You're talking about in
Talbot.
front of the net in the finals.
Talbot, 2 goals in the cup final, clinching
Right.
game.
Right.
French.
Could also be French.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. And you know what? One of the few fucking dogs.
Yeah.
One of the
I
few
think
French
that I think it would be fair to say, Abe's, that Witt's been maybe a little bit over and done with the Paul Maurice press conferences. Is that fair to say? Is that
I'm very, very, and part of it is we're about to go to battle
Yeah.
against Paul Maurice and the Panthers.
Yeah.
I think that he is playing into this, and credit to him because it actually is very entertaining. But there's a difference between the press conference and then showing up to Brindamore post series, being like, "Yeah, we're not. Let's let the guys do it."
Yeah.
And
What'd you make
become that storyline? Like, so you know what? Why he should be allowed to say whatever he wants because right now they're the kings.
You could write dialogues in your movie scripts, Paul Maurice, there, Aves.
what if he came out next presser, Witt, and was like, "Yeah, fuck that Whitney, small bird, back."
I'd be like, if he's
Bad
thinking about
ankles.
me right now, then the Oilers they could take them down in 5.
I got
But he doesn't have to coach his bench, he says. When he has a
yeah,
bench
it's
coach,
autopilot.
he says, I don't have to tell him who's up. I maybe have to match a couple lines when I need to.
Autopilot.
But these guys are on autopilot right now. I let them go.
Wow.
That's what he says.
That's how
I
you
got
know you
this-
got a squad.
Yeah.
Okay, I never heard that quote. That's pretty good. I hadn't heard that.
Witt takes
I don't
his
know how I
Oilers
missed
hat
that.
off.
Clincher.
You guys want
Right
to talk
now-
Pacers Knicks?
What? Oh, no. What's going on there?
The Knicks get it going.
Yeah, they're go game 6 Saturday night.
All right. Good. We got no hockey now until Wednesday.
I know.
Oh,
It's gonna
that's
fucking
untrue.
kill me.
That's why you haven't heard from Dolan, Sean.
Game 6. Yeah, no, he's they're in. Game 6 in New York or in Indy?
in
Oh,
Indy
in Indy.
Wow.
They do 2-3-2 in the NBA.
in the finals. Have they changed that, Blutman? Actually, no.
I don't watch the association.
I think it is 2-3-2 and just in the finals.
Blutman, why don't I thought you were an all sport guy. Like
No, he doesn't
NBA.
watch
I don't watch the
association.
association. I don't watch Major League Baseball. It's all good.
Just hockey. Fucking
Yeah,
right.
just hockey, tennis,
hockey, tennis.
college football, NFL.
What do we got tomorrow? Memorial
Yeah.
Cup, Army, Blutman.
We
You
got a
guys.
game?
Oh, what's going on in that?
Yeah, it's
London,
London
London,
against Moncton
Moncton.
tomorrow.
Oh, Moncton won.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
So
against
Medicine Hat already is
Medicine
through to the
Hat's
final.
in. Yeah.
They've lost like 4 games the entire calendar year.
Didn't
I-
Moncton's goalie win?
I
like
gotta go
28
record
straight
PMT. I
games?
do have one last question. Avery, are you not beating people up on the street anymore? Because I love those videos.
No, I'm a martial artist. I mean, whatever. Listen,
So
if
it's
you want-
your hands are weapons. You can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
I understand. I
You
kind
look
of have the
great,
same
though, Big
thing.
Tat. You look great.
Yeah. I love those videos though. When a dude would like park his bike in front of like a bodega, you'd be like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the
Going
COVID
hard.
shit.
Fucking loved those.
I went hard. Oh,
I
boy.
love the guy in your neighborhood when he parked.
There
his
had to
car.
be people getting hit by cars on bikes in New York City all the time.
Yeah.
I saw a 3-year-old girl get fucking smoked by an e-delivery guy 2 days ago in the bike lane.
Crazy. Now, do you think you have like maybe a little bit of anger issues?
No, I used to.
Yeah, but it's gone.
Yeah, no, I'm fine now. Now I don't. Yeah, I
That's what jujitsu does. Does
How
it
do you get it
control
out? Yeah, just the jujitsu.
yeah. I got choked out this morning by a carpenter.
Oh fuck yeah! Did you come?
No way.
That'll humble you. The guy works in fucking Encino. Swear to God, choked the shit out of me. I could see him in the bank anytime. You know, you never know.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine you bump into him? Imagine in the bike lane, you're having one of those fucking things going, and the guy's actually like trained.
Oh, thank God. Thank God I never did. Because, yeah, no, it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous.
It's crazy. So for fun, you roll around with these guys and they just choke you out?
Yeah, Max Talbot. I think Max is a
He does
purple
it.
belt now. Yeah.
Ryan Malone.
We interviewed him
Bugsy, yeah.
recently.
Yeah. Beautiful sport. Beautiful sport. For any middle-aged man who feels like he's not like perfect, you know, whatever that means, or could get better.
Just get choked out.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
looking at a
Big
guy
guy.
on a futon and
I love that.
I usually just call over one of my riot dates for that.
Are you though? Like for real though? Are you nervous? Like if you get choked out, you might just come.
No, I don't think it works like that. I think you have to
What if it did though? Like what if you woke up and everyone's like, "Dude, Avery, you just got choked out and you just came."
Well, maybe that's what Anthony Bourdain was trying to do because he was a
Whoa.
martial
Jiu-jitsu?
I would be too nervous that I would come. Like that would be
Bourdain
so
jiu-jitsu?
embarrassing.
Bourdain was a huge jiu-jitsu guy.
Wow. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Can you
Big
imagine
time.
seeing
He
him
was?
and try and like thinking
I
you're
saw
gonna
that
bully him
documentary.
around?
You guys didn't know that? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Are you trying to say that he passed because he was choking himself? And is that
No,
what you meant
He
by
hung
that?
himself, Biz.
Yeah, he
Oh.
got his heart broken by an Italian bird. Fuck,
Well,
what's
because
her
you
name?
brought it up with the jujitsu, I didn't understand like the reference in there. So my bad, I missed it.
It's
I
cool,
was
dude.
playing off of what Big Cat said with the jerking off and the die or
Correct.
the
That's
cut.
why I
you what,
thought
I'll
that you
tell you-
meant
I'll
that
tell
he
you what.
did that.
The Oilers just won the Western Conference. This stream and the end of the streams when Big Cat and Blutman come on, it's something else.
And we're
We're
doing a
supposed to be
little like
celebrating.
like
You're doing like
kink,
ASMR about jujitsu choking out sexual coming.
dipping our toes into suicide. We go everywhere. This is a mature discussion for mature audiences only.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, Big Cat, let me tell you something. You look good, buddy.
Hey,
you look
thank
good.
you.
You look good.
In the futon, what do you think? Hold on, I'm gonna go. But what about the futon?
Do
What you
people
think?
say you're on Ozempic, Dan? Is
Yeah,
that
which
how
is
much
crazy
weight?
because I lost like I lose like 10 pounds like once every like year or two, and I look a
Yeah.
lot better, and then I'll gain
You
it
do
back.
fluctuate.
Like if
You
I'm
just
on
have the
Ozempic,
barrel
it's not
chest
working.
on you. You're one of those barrel chest guys. Look
Yeah.
at the shoulders on him.
It's
No.
not
Would you ever
working.
do a 75 dayer
Yeah.
like
way.
Nikki Smokes?
Oh, that's a deep belly button.
What's in there?
Is
Oh,
that a
no way.
whitehead on your? Is that a
Oh.
whitehead on your belly button?
Oh,
I got a whole sweater in here. I knit a sweater for Wit last year for Christmas.
That thing.
My
That thing.
God.
You look like you're in like a little apartment. Like just your family left you, and you're
Yeah, everything's gone to
belly
shit. I'm on
button in.
Time to
Cameo.
start those
You're doing
cameos.
cameo.
Yeah,
The
please
hostage
tell Louis
You're the
Vuitton
first guys I've
guys
talked
Oilers
to all
that's
week.
in.
Hey, Blutman, I feel like you could get a cameo going and crush it.
I think they approached
Take
me
some
a few
cash
months
for the
ago.
side.
They approached me a few months ago. I wasn't really interested in it.
Wow, you guys must be rich. Really rich.
No, I just if people want something from me, I'll do it for free.
wow.
Good
That's
man.
rich guy talk.
Yeah.
No, that's
Philanthropist.
nice guy. The nice guy.
Nice guy.
Hey, it was actually my
Nice,
brother's
humble,
birthday today.
rich
Can
guy.
you send me one, Liam?
Yeah.
By the way,
I'll send
Wit,
you one.
Blutman, you should
too.
do it for you should do it for a charity. Maybe there's like a charity you'd want to just donate it to from a Cameo side.
Perhaps.
ginger
We could look
charity.
into
I
that.
feel like you would have tons of people that would want cameos from you.
Yeah,
The
we could
ginger
start with
community
like
would be fucking dying for it.
$2.5 million that the Stars aren't paying Audinger anymore. We could put that into the charity. That's a good start.
all right, boys. I gotta go. Wit, by the way,
Yep.
the Ozempic thing is just because Dave has gotten fat and gross again. He's got his weird humpback, and
Yeah, he's
anytime he gains
fat,
weight and I
gross.
lose a little, he gets so fucking jealous. It's
No,
crazy.
you're definitely on the Ozempi a little bit. I can
wish
tell.
I were.
I can see those eyes, those big
Dan's
bright eyes.
Ozempian.
Yeah, well, it
It's not
doesn't.
working. It's not working. It's not fucking working, boys. All right, I'll see you guys.
Depends on where you started. Blutman, what else
Yeah.
is catching your eyes these days in the sports world? Like what are you
I
looking
streamed watching tennis for 9.5 hours today. I'm
Like-
living the life with.
So you're watching French Open from sun up to sundown, basically.
Yeah, and then watching hockey. Having time of my life.
You got a great gig. You got
Yeah,
a great
what a
gig
dream.
going.
Who is the kid that you tweeted about today? The tennis player you said he's incredible right now.
Oh, Joao Fonseca.
French
Okay,
guy?
what's his deal? Like, because
he's
I feel
Brazilian.
like it's
French
are we
guy.
past the big four? Andy Murray's done now. Is
Joker
Nadal's
still plays.
going.
No, Nadal's done.
No,
All
Joker's
the
in
big
it.
dogs are done.
Nadal got
Nadal
tattoo
retired.
at Roland Garros. He got like his footprint on the main court there. Bizarre. Shoe,
Really?
whatever.
I kind of like that. He won the most French Opens, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it
what he
was
was
I
known
know.
for.
It's just like, yeah, he won 14. He lost in the French Open 4 times in his career, which is just, he's like 124-4 in that all time.
Wow.
Or something. It's just kind of crazy,
Leaf
like
should hire
seeing
him.
his footprint, shoe, whatever, on the court. And after every game, they're brushing the dirt off of it. It's just bound to get dirty. They built some incredible thing to get dirty all the time.
Yeah,
Give
but
him
it's
tattoo.
it's kind of like a home plate. You just dust it
Yeah.
up. Who gives it? The fucking ump can do it.
Good,
Abe,
good call, Biz. Good call.
Are
Biz,
you allowed to talk about your movie, like what you're doing right now? Like,
we're in the middle of it, but it's the biggest movie that's ever been made. It's
really? Is it really?
yeah. Yeah.
Compare the size of this overall production compared to Oppenheim.
Avatar.
What do you mean? It makes fucking Avatar look like a candy shop. This thing's a monster. It's so big. It's huge.
What's the premise?
It's the oldest piece of literature ever written. It's called the Odyssey.
Odyssey?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna look that
Oh.
up. I don't know anything about it. I
So
only
has there
know-
been
so-
some sort of trailer for this already?
No.
What am I thinking I could have seen about the Odyssey?
Do you
Matt
have a
Damon-
great role in it? Are you like
It's a
really
minivan, Rick.
active and busy? Are you like, is it taking up a lot of your time? Like they shoot these, it takes forever.
Yeah. We've been to Africa. Greece.
Wow.
You're thinking of the Honda Odyssey with.
Uh,
I think you were saying you were
Sweet.
test driving them last
Abe's
week.
junior car. Abe's junior car.
I
in
wanna get a
Sarnia or
minivan.
wherever he was.
Hey, that was one of those books that they made you read in school, and I don't remember one thing about it, but I know it was unreal.
Never read a thing in my life.
yeah, it's wild.
Um,
It's like mystical. You know, it's I don't know. It's like it's the oldest piece of literature ever written.
So
We're on the
Does
sea. We're on the ocean. We're on
Does
the
your
we're on a
character
boat.
have a beard?
It's like Water
Yeah.
World.
Yeah.
So
How many
I'm getting
speaking
a
roles?
list.
How many speaking roles? There's a few.
I'm getting a list here of the people in this movie. Can I say these people that I'm?
Yeah,
we got
there's
Matt
paparazzi pics.
Damon, Tom Holland. Is it Zendaya,
Zendaya.
Anne
Yes,
Hathaway,
they
Christopher Nolan is the director. This is a Nolan film. Jesus,
Hathaway got like a facelift or something she's doing. She looked unbelievable recently.
Robert Pattinson. Wow, this is big time.
You hang
When
out
will-
with
when
that
will it
guy?
be out?
Is that the Dracula guy, Pattinson? Is that
Yeah.
that guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
John Bernthal. You guys know Bernthal?
Oh yeah, the
that's-
Canadian.
yeah.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's the
Canadian.
guy that's in.
French.
He's the cop in Sicario that's with the cartel, right?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
also
that
in the
guy.
He's
new-
amazing.
He's in
Yeah.
it.
He's
Walking
a great
Dead.
actor.
Yeah,
Walking
Oh,
Dead.
I was thinking of the.
Yeah.
I
Walking
was thinking
Dead.
of the.
Bernthal's a
Dave,
legend.
this is phenomenal. That's gonna be.
Wow. That's cool.
When's
Yeah.
Bernthal's unreal. Yeah.
Yeah, Bernthal's
supposed to come out?
Oh,
Nowadays, if you
Punisher,
could say.
Punisher.
the Punisher. You're right. You're right.
So we're not going to see you at the finals this year, Aves?
No. Boy, oh boy. Oh,
So
God,
your
you guys-
prediction is Florida in
Let's
what,
hear it
5?
In what? Yeah.
6.
Okay, all right.
I mean, Connor will
Not
win
as
a
bad as
couple
you
of
say.
games. Connor will win a couple of games. But you know, Nugent Hopkins, what Lundell versus Nugent. Lundell's gonna fucking
No, I don't
Lundell.
think so. Nugent
Dude.
Hopkins is an
Nugent's
animal.
He's
awesome
a mini
this series.
Barkov.
Oh,
He's
get out.
awesome.
He's a what?
He's a mini Barkov Lundell.
He's talking about Lundell.
Oh yeah, Lundell. Yes. Oh yeah. Sorry, Jens. I thought Witt said something. I thought that was Witt talking about.
No. I don't think Nuge will get dominated by Lundell at all.
Lundell, if Lusteranen's back, Marchand, that line alone as the third line.
That's an issue. That line's an issue. That's the third line.
I think honestly though, boys, I think we're just hoping for 7 games. Imagine 7 games in Edmonton. That fucking building, how loud it'll be.
Also, Florida,
Florida would be good.
Reinhart goes out. They throw in Boquist. Like, he's unbelievable.
He played great.
What happened with the teams who got rid of this guy?
Well, he wasn't playing with Barkey on those other teams.
Maybe that. Yeah, Reinhart goes out and he goes in first line scores. It's like,
or
right,
clearly they're in a room where like they're held accountable, whether it's by their own fucking players or their coach or their GM. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's the difference. That's the difference. Fucking Toronto Maple Leafs.
I heard who said that?
Aves, come on.
We had Connor Garland on earlier, and he was talking about when he went to Vancouver and had a meeting with Talk and just like wanting to know his role. How many teams did you play on? And you might be different, but like GMs and coaches don't tell you what your role is. I feel like in Florida, everyone knows what they're supposed to do.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well,
crazy that doesn't happen everywhere.
But also the difference is they all play the same way ultimately. Like their fourth line plays the same as their first. Their first dumps pucks in, and they get on the forecheck. Barkov,
their best
they
players
play as
are
5.
dogs. Like
they play as 5 every shift.
Dogs.
They play as 5.
But
3 straight finals.
Guys, I would like to say before we wrap up here, the Edmonton Oilers took their Western Conference champions picture, and there is a woman dumping her tits out in the back of the picture. And it's
let's see it. Can we see it?
They put it up on the YouTube, but we have another tits girl again.
Biz, that'll
wait a minute.
How'd that work last year?
For you, like last year. Remember you dated.
I don't love that the Oilers.
Aves, I got higher standards than
back
that.
in the
Come
mix after the Western Conference.
I think it was a Dallas.
Florida looked trashy.
I thought
if she's in an Oilers jersey, like that's very bad news for the Oilers this series.
If we're doing a quick preview, last year they went 7 games, and Edmonton came back from down 3-0. We assume that won't happen again. Like, who added and lost? Marchand, Jones are the big ads for Florida.
It's like Big Cat.
Holy fuck! You know what's crazy, Aves? Is that girl? Oh, never mind. It's a different one. I thought it was Oilers girl. Just messaged me.
Well, she's probably getting ready to get it going again, right?
Her and Witt are bunking together in Game 5 on the road.
Is that even a real picture?
Why would you say that about Witt? He's married. He's got a beautiful family.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Jens
is an idiot.
Not your guys' mind went there. I just meant to save a few bucks. We're gonna room everybody up. He's got a bunk with her.
Jens, you're single?
No. It's not an Oilers jersey girl in this picture.
Just Biz and Liam.
Gross.
If that girl we just saw in this picture, I would marry Kate, the original one, if compared to this one that I'm seeing.
The other one's Big Cat.
Oh, that's nice. She must be really excited about that.
It's Big Cat's tits. Pardon my take.
Biz, you know who you should take Charlize Theron, who's in the movie. She's on Raya. Why don't you guys would be great.
Let me ask you this. Is it true that her and is it Tom Hardy, they didn't get along on the set of Mad Max?
Yeah, I don't think they spoke, but that's not a secret. I think they're open about that.
How often is that happening? Was there any riffs going on your movie?
Someone, yeah. How do you work with someone and then but you can't speak to them? Like,
well, that movie was perfect because they were. Hardy played a grunt, like he didn't really say anything, and they hated each other, him and Charlize's character, until the end. And then they loved each other, but they left each other. So it was like a weird, perfect situation. But Biz and Charlize would be that would be.
How old is she?
I don't know. She's
probably 45, right?
Yeah, the hottest 48-year-old on earth, maybe. I don't know. Why are you into like young girls, like 20?
No, I right now usually around like 29, 30.
Whoa.
She's
I mean,
49.
because eventually I think I'm gonna want to meet one who's like maybe have kids in a few years. Like I'm not there yet mentally, but like I think I might want children. So it's
Like,
kind of hard, right? Like,
How old are you, Biz? 40, right?
I'm 40.
But not in your head.
Charlize Theron's 49. She turns 50 in August.
Depends what you mean by that, Army. I would say I'm a little bit like immature. Like, yeah, I'm immature.
But the reason I'm saying Charlize is because if you jump that gap, like where a woman already has kids and she's not worried, she's not trying to put a gun to your head, you can
That's
have
true.
fun. And by the way, 50-year-old women are fucking beautiful.
Oh
They're
yeah, no doubt. I just like, yeah, okay. Do you know her?
she's on Raya.
This is great.
All right.
I don't know how you
Charlize.
Can
Riz,
you
give us Charlize flies into Scottsdale. Take us through your date that day.
Yeah.
Houston. What are you
we're
doing that
gonna
day?
go
I
to
first,
we're gonna-
we know, but
We're gonna go to Butter's breakfast joint. That's my breakfast joint. Great spot. You guys would love it. And then we're probably going to the Gateway Loop for about a 90-minute hike. Tarps off. Make sure you get the tan. And then after that, we're going to pick up. I like doing those Mexican Cokes. Like I pick up at the store. That's kind of my treat after a long hike. And then come home, smoke a J, take a shower.
You know she's an
Probably
A-lister.
hopeful.
So just your regular day.
yeah,
You're not doing
she's a
anything.
Hollywood A-lister, and he's literally getting Chipotle and then
Just regular
watching.
Hey, you want to
movie.
split a Coke? You want to split a Mexican Coke?
That's so great. A regular day. That's all he came
No,
up
I'd make her.
Hey, he's like, get home, call Jeff.
And then
Call
I-
Jeff.
I
Charlize,
would
you
don't
eat-
answer his DMs.
Would you eat in front of her, Biz?
No, I would cook for her. I would go to
But you wouldn't
AJ's.
eat. You just let her eat.
No, I'd grab a couple nice fillets and then
Imagine
some
if she
chicken
saw
and
you
some fish.
just smashing food.
We
the
do
way
a
you
little
though?
we do a little turf and turf at the Bissonnet residence.
Turf.
And then the following night, maybe we do dinner at Houston's around 6 o'clock, and then maybe drive up to Buffalo Chip and bring her to go see the bull riding.
Oh,
Yeah.
So she's,
Okay.
she'd maybe love, like, I'm getting treated just like a normal woman, right?
Normal.
Like,
We're
I'm
gonna do
not-
normal life shit. We're not
Yeah.
going to the fucking Met Gala. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. I want to
Are
fucking
you
hang
showing
out.
her your real tape from TNT, like your best one-liners, like the sizzle tape you have?
No, I'd probably show her the best of the podcast before that.
He's
Like,
like, you
this
want to
is-
watch a sandbagger, Charlize? Can we get in the Oscars?
Yeah.
Oscar
Like
deserves
anything
one.
else you would do,
backswing
like he'd like
I mean, what do you do? What-
ring?
No,
Well,
I,
okay.
no, I would.
So like if you have a, I'm sure
well,
you've
you
had
pick her up at the airport, right? She's chartering in, so you're picking her.
Oh, I
you're
take an
picking her
Uber.
up.
Here, I'll
He's
send
got
you.
a
I'll send you the
Jeep. He's
cheapest
got a
Uber.
Jeep
I'll send you
Cherokee.
the.
They ain't letting
I'll
him
send
in.
you Uber pool.
Yeah, you can't pick
Front
her
of
up
his
in a
Jeep is
Cherokee.
melted from the sun, and the
Really? You
shit
drive a
is-
Jeep? Cherokee?
2009.
Hey, no, I'm going to be getting an F-150 pretty soon, so I''ll pick her up in the big
Raptor?
truck. Let me ask you this: you've probably went on a dates with a few A-listers or at least B-listers. Like, what would be your dream date if you're living in LA? What are you doing? You're picking her up from LAX, and then what are you doing?
Yeah.
What B-lister? What fucking B-lister did I ever go out with?
I'm asking. I'm saying an A or B. I'm not being rude here. A B-lister, that's a fucking big deal. That's like a guy who didn't make the Hall of Fame but had a great career.
No, yeah. Oh, maybe. I guess. I don't know. No, you do regular stuff, but listen, Charlize isn't going to eat at the bar at Houston's. Like, she's going to get bothered.
We'll
by
get a spot in the dining room.
You got to think logistically. Don't be so stupid. You can't just take her somewhere. It's like now you got fucking, there's 30 people and she's getting bothered and the selfies and the whole thing. Like, I don't
but
know.
at least at Houston's, I got a better shot of getting asked more than her, so at least she won't think I'm a pigeon.
I don't think she cares about it's not like she doesn't need a famous guy. You know, she's famous.
I know, but
enough.
I can get her a free fucking traditional salad off the hop, so I'm already saving a few bucks too. Come on,
She
man.
gets beat up with you by a bunch of Irish travelers.
No, I bet you she's tougher than me.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever done for a first date?
What do you mean? My first dates, they used to shut down Woolman Rink in Central Park, and I used to take the girls after the game we would take a fucking car to Woolman Rink and have a private skating rink. Do you know what Woolman Rink is? You see the
Yeah,
whole
the rink that's in the wow.
The
And would you
Century
have
Park
like a
rink.
bottle
Just
of
you
wine
two?
there?
15 times hot chocolate. I have had the hot chocolate guy at the stand. No one's ever done it.
How? What was your
Actually,
So
what
she
was your
would come to
batting
the
average?
game and watch you, a crowd like chanting your name
Yeah.
and shit, and then you're like, all right, let's go skate at the rink. Hot
Yeah.
chocolate.
What was your batting average?
Which, by the way, guys, that's why I've written my first hockey romance novel called Summer Skate, which you can pre-order on Amazon. It comes out September 9th.
I
And I'm
love it.
going to redefine the category, the biggest category in books. And I got it.
What is that? Romance?
Yeah, sport, hockey romance.
If you make it a
Offside.
movie, can I be in it?
I just auditioned. They actually didn't go with me. I think it's really bad. They're making Off Campus is the big sports one, the hockey sports one. Amazon's about to make it. I killed the audition. I was in Sicily. I killed the audition. They're not going to go with me because it's a woke fucking bullshit Amazon show. It sucks. It's going to suck. But when my book comes out, everyone that has written books in this space are going to have a hard look at themselves in the mirror about what they want to do in the future. Because we don't soft fuck. Okay, we eat ass on the side of the road in the Hamptons.
I like that.
Everybody's fucking. There's fucking lines. There's guns. You walk into our house, okay? Our house in the Hamptons, the summer rental with 3 fucking hockey players under the age of 25. You know what's going on, guys. I got me.
Training.
Yeah, a little bit.
Recovery.
Shakes, protein shakes.
It's ready. So
Normatex.
Hyperbaric chambers.
Sauna, cold tub, the whole thing. Guys, listen.
ART.
Have there been other hockey romance novels? Like there's
Yes.
other ones? Oh,
They're
buddy,
huge,
yeah.
Whit. They're huge, bro.
We should write one, boys.
They always involve a figure skater.
You're
My
living
daughter
one.
loves
Yes,
that
say that.
stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
Jans. It's
And
always
my
a
daughter
hockey
loves
player.
that stuff, and they're brutal.
What did you say,
So
Keith?
you're
I
gonna-
missed that. Sorry.
Hallmark.
Mila loves those books, and like she'll read all of them. Like it always involves a figure skater and a hockey player, and then they're brutal. She's like, you need a good one. I don't know if I'll let her read that one, but
Yeah, it's like your daughter's like,
This one's-
fucking, Dad, what's eating mitt and muck and burn? Like, what is all this?
No, it's about an NHL. It's about a New York Ranger rookie that's living in the Hamptons in his summer before he goes and plays for the team. And there's a married writer, a woman that's finishing her book next door, sort of like Nancy Myers ish. And they just go on a rip, roar, and tear, and everybody's fucking. It's the real Hampton stuff, you know.
Kind of
Like
like,
that
a new
Ellen
version of
Hildebrand.
Tea with Miss McGill.
Yeah, absolutely. Greatest sex scene of all time. Pull the mattress off the
I
bed.
think the best one was actually in Slapshot, where the girls got the fucking slope ski tits. Those are the nicest ski tits I ever saw in my life.
And Handerhand's wife?
Hammerhand's wife.
Hannahan's old lady, the nicest ski tits in the league, man. They don't make them
And then
like
he's
that anymore.
giving it to Handerhand, skating around the net over and over. That's like the Panthers. I picture
You know,
the
that's the
Panthers.
mom
like
from the
Reg
Christmas
Dunlop.
Story.
No way.
Yeah, that's the mom.
Yeah,
No.
no, Youngblood. That's sex.
Yeah,
scene.
it is.
Blutman's falling asleep here.
Blutman's
Fish
not
wanted to
falling
know
asleep.
what would Blutman do with Charlize Theron on a first date?
Oh,
Quickly,
this is
man.
a great question, Blutman.
What would you do?
Obviously, gonna have to load up the fridge with some Mexican Cokes. That's a hot start to the day. Obviously, I will figure out how to cook. I'll figure out. Know what? No, I'd hire my good friend Mincy to make us grilled cheese. I think that's gonna be a nice comedic show to watch. The house might burn down. That could be an issue. Probably watch some ball, probably watch some puck. That'll be the Oilers piece, Stanley Cup. That's a good thing. Maybe it's game 7. And after that, who knows?
so this
Charlie.
date's coming next week.
I actually think
I mean,
Charlize
who
would
knows?
rather hang with Blood.
I stole the best part of Mrs. Day.
The Mexican Cokes.
I think the grilled cheese did it though. The grilled cheese.
Yeah,
from
that's
Mincy.
pretty tight. That was a
Thank
tight
you,
idea.
thank you.
Guys, I gotta go. All of you guys should.
Yeah,
be
this was
taking-
a hell of a stream.
You
Aves,
should all be taking some testosterone. You guys are.
I'm
all
gonna
getting-
start. I'm gonna start.
I don't know what you're doing and why you're fucking fighting this battle, but it's a fool's game. We're getting
And-
older.
Well, the
you can't-
hair, the beard, everything looks great. Fuck Aves. Look at that thick mane you got. Look at this guy.
Look at him.
Aves, they
Rip.
say it fucks with your sperm count, but I guess if you're not trying to have kids, it doesn't fucking matter, right?
No, yeah, I've heard that. Like, and also whatever, Propecia fucks up your sex drive, so take Cialis. I don't know. Like, what are you talking about? It's fucking.
Like they say that when you take testosterone, if you haven't had children yet, specifically, it affects your natural way to reproduce, like sperm.
No,
It
I
can
think they're
affect-
saying that because there's a bunch of limp-wristed dudes walking around on planet Earth now, and they're blaming the fertility problem on the women when it's actually the fucking common day man. To your point, but I don't think it's because of the testosterone. It's
Okay.
because they got no chutzpah. That's
Okay.
balls.
All right,
You know?
well, I'll be fucking eating needles in my ass all summer long. Then getting ready to whoop Jens' ass at Chicklets Cup.
It's not like that. But anyways, listen. Jens, you look great. Wit, Army, Merles.
Good seeing you,
Good
bud.
to see you, buddy.
Aves,
I look good,
luck
too.
Good luck the rest of this movie, man.
Even though I'm a
And-
Leafs
and
fan, tell me I look good.
The book. Give the book name again.
Summer Skate. You can pre-order it right now on Amazon. September 9th, it's coming out. That's it. It's
birthday.
my holy.
I
It's
think
my
you
holy
plugged it
grail.
all.
Hey, you got to get
Yeah.
it on audiobook and get like some good voices on this by the sounds of it.
Oh, I'm doing it, and I'm actually starting to cast for the gal that's going to do it. It's written in two persons, so like she gets a chapter and I get a chapter. So you bounce
I
from
was
the girl to
cutting
the
down
guys.
the ice while she deep throated my balls.
All right, let's wrap this
See you,
one up.
boys.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Aves. See you, Butman. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.